It's like up. It says waiting for Luke in August 19th, 8/11.
All
It's
right.
like up. Oh yeah, there we go.
Is it going?
Yeah, it's going now. The stream title's wrong, but that doesn't matter.
Oh, yes. It,
It's up. It's up. It's working fine.
okay. Let me see
You
if I
look good,
can.
man. Damn. Woo.
Woo! Thanks, man. All right.
All right. I don't need to have it up now. I don't think. That looks pretty good.
Let's see if I can figure out how to change the title and everything.
Yeah, I just got a notification on YouTube because I have that notification bell on. No.
Oh yeah, that's a really poggers thing for you to be doing.
Oh, Pog.
Oh, do you know why it was the title. I was using a less than 420 base stat total draft league thing, but you can't put that.
Luke, you should do a giveaway, man. That would get you some subscribers. Say you're gonna do a giveaway, but never actually give anything away because the
Just-
people can't prove it.
The number keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Fuck it. God damn it.
It's so
Oh
funny.
man.
Okay, I
Alright.
think. All right, save. I should. So that stuff is updated now. Hopefully, it lets me save while I'm live streaming. Oh, frick.
Next time, man, this might be. I don't want to take over your stream, but I could stream on my computer because I can stream pretty fine.
Yeah, I would really love to get it going
Yeah,
on
you
my
want to be your own
account.
thing. That's true.
I could log you into my account.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's on your account, but I'm streaming it through my thing. Like, you just give me your
Yeah.
stream key and I can just use it. I think that's how it works. Like, as long as I have your stream key, I can still stream to your thing.
Totally.
But I don't know. It's up to you, dude.
All right, let's see if I
It seems to be
can-
running fine right now. So
Yeah, I think we got it.
So,
Yeah.
I think we're good.
yeah, we're chilling.
Can
Whenever you're ready, Luke, I'm ready. to
can you
start.
guys hear like the audio of it and whether it sounds
Um,
okay?
I heard the audio, but I muted it because of the echo. But I'll try again.
Okay, I just want to make sure that the
It sounds fine.
all right, sounds fine. Cool. All right, guys, let's get started. We're gonna start with Kadabra, with Kadabra divisions teams. We're starting off with the Cherry Grove Chi-Yus. Do you guys have it up?
Yeah, I have it up.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's think. What do you think of this? What does it look? How's it look?
I like the first pit trap into that's interesting. It's an idea,
Hmm
I think.
Yeah, it was like really prioritized that like strong Arena trap mon. Let's see.
Yeah, I
Also,
can say I played a like a pre-game, I guess, against the guy who had Wobbuffet in my division, and you can run like pairs trapping shit with that. It's like really annoying. I
He doesn't
lost
like
because
Shed Shell, though. But does he even have
Yeah.
Shed Shell on anything?
there is Shed Shell, yeah, but I wasn't really like thinking about Wobbuffet. Also, I didn't prep for his team. I prepped for your team, Pen, and then he was like, "Hey, does anyone want to play it?" I'm like, "Yeah, you know what? I have my team. I have a team. I'll just
Could
play."
could
sure."
you? What has Parish Song here?
I don't think anything does.
No, I'm saying that I
Oh, yeah, I
fought
think-
something that had a
I
trapping.
think
I
Ditto's
fought a
team
Wobbuffet.
does have Parasong, but
Okay, so like you're saying that.
It's more so that he's able to use that Parasong is a thing. I don't know if the
Like-
guy has Parasong though.
I don't think he
His
does.
is really
Okay.
gimmicky. Like you trap something with trappings, then you get like simple combine with Woobat or something, and you hope to win the game
Yeah.
from that.
I also see Electric with Levitate. I think that's good. And
Electric,
Strength-
I think, is probably one of the best
You can
mons
get
in the format.
You can just like Disquake with that, and Trapinch could be kind of scary.
yeah, I
I
also
think-
think if you
I
look
think
at
I-
the look at the weaknesses down there too. I want to like not go too slow. It's big rock weakness. The fire weakness is not as bad as it seems. Actually, maybe the rock weakness too, because Snom is never coming, and I guess Paris could come, but
Paris is only redirection, so I think it might come in some.
yeah, that's true. But
If Klepnikov followed me, this team would be a lot better.
True.
Yeah, Paris has Rage Powder. If the guy's going Trick Room, which he might, because his team's pretty slow, minus Woobat and Jotlik. Paris is going to Trick Room because of Spore and Sleep Powder. I think overall this is a pretty good team. If he's running Trick Room.
It's kind of a scary Trick Room team, actually.
Yeah, I feel like Krabby would hit hard too.
Krabby hits really hard in Trick Room.
105 attack and sheer force.
Yeah,
that's really good. And sheer force is ridiculous.
Pretty nutty.
I think this is a pretty good team, and he can also choose to not run Trick Room if he wants, but I mean it'll be a little weird because
if he doesn't, the team is just kind of like, it feels easy to shut down if you lead properly.
Yeah. I think he has a lot of strong bonds, but it is kind of a weird Trick Room. Is this only setter Cleffa, I think? Oh, Cleffa and Solosis, right? Let's see.
I think
Trick Room. That's a big thing. What's up, Lordy?
Hello.
You showed up just in time. We haven't started the first one yet.
Well, we just started
the first one.
Okay. Are we doing Kadabra or Haunter first?
We're starting with Kadabra.
Okay.
Yeah, Cleffa doesn't get Trick Room. His only setter is Solosis. So
that actually kind of sucks. Then.
Yeah, that's not that good.
Only good bomb.
Yeah, are we on Cheese?
Cheese, yeah.
I guess you can't Spore Solosis, so that's cool.
I consider this maybe like a low B team. Just because it's a good Trick Room team, but he has only one setter. And Solosis,
and the thing is, like, you can just double target the Solosis, or you can fake it out, and the team just doesn't do anything after that.
Yeah, like Woobat's good.
Hey Ryan.
Jotlik is good, but the rest of the team is really slow, so they need Trick Room to function pretty well, and they only have one setter. So.
But also Woobat and Joltik are good in ways that don't really contribute well to a TR team.
Yeah, exactly.
Even off TR, like Joltik has Electro Web, right?
But that doesn't do anything in Trick
Room. In TR. I'm even thinking outside of TR, like Woobat needs support to pop off, and even though Joltik has Trick Room, has Electro Web, if you can't facilitate your Trapinch or your Krabby or even the Electric, I don't know what the team does, and so a lot of anti-Trick Room stuff against the Solosis. Like,
I want to
team down, fake out.
I want to quickly chime in that the chat is asking if this is the first team. This is the first team. We've been talking about it for a little while, and I'm kind of ready to like give it a grade and move to the next one.
Yeah.
I'm cool with B-.
I would say low B, high C. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Yeah, low B.
I was gonna say like
bonds,
B+.
But I don't see a lot of cohesion here. But Electric's really broken. I wouldn't give this lower than a B-. Electric is so good, dude.
That's fair. Yeah, Electric has a lot going for it. But
I think it's one of the best mons in our format right now, just because like Electric with having Levitate, like it's so good.
I do.
It facilitates Trapinch running EQ shenanigans.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, I don't think this is the team that Electric necessarily thrives in the most, but it definitely is good on this team, and I think a B, a B-.
Can we stick B? We saying B?
I'm fine with B. Yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah, it's got that rock weakness, but like it's B. Let's do B. This next one is mine, and I'm conflicted on whether I want to like. I guess I mean like there's so many other people here now that we could talk about it. Yeah. I don't want to like. I'm gonna try not to talk too much. I'm gonna. Oh, thank you for saying that, Chunks. I can absolutely boost that up a little bit. Let's see. How do I boost that up a little bit?
You can just right click on them and use your volume.
But the thing is, it'll get too loud for me. Oh, I could turn down my computer's volume.
And then you can turn up the volume on stream. Yeah. I will say this team, I'm not entirely sure what to think of the team, all things considered.
I think it struggles if you have any way of like stopping weather spam, but if you don't, it's just kind of like it feels so hard to prep for as well if you don't have like something that just sets weather.
I will say though, I think the way to fight this team is really by fighting the rain side, yes, you technically have a sand mode. Well, I mean, not a sand mode, a snow mode with Sandshrew, but I think the snow mode doesn't really do all that much because Sandshrew Alola can't really facilitate a strategy on its own.
I think the Sunsight's strong enough though.
Yeah,
Like,
the thing is, it's like
fast,
yeah.
fast like Sleep Powder from Petalil and just Eruption Spam.
This is good ever, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think of the sun mode. The sun mode's fine, but
For rain, it's
Does Riolu have Sunny Day?
Yeah, it has both.
Yeah.
It has both. I knew it had Rain Dance.
Guys,
I think
how is this for
the
volume of
typical
the background
grab.
people now? Could just quickly, I want to ask the chat that. I think this should be good, but sorry, you guys can continue.
Yeah. I will definitely say this team is going to be really, really hard to prep for. Especially because I think the things that beat the Sun team just aren't the same that beat the Rain. Because Lombre and Lombre is really your and Wattrel both kind of abuse Rain very well.
Frog could be just kind of scary as well.
Yeah.
Just found, like, Spec Surf.
Yeah. I don't know that you necessarily have a way to be happy with the other person getting hit by Surf, because Surf also hits your teammate. Lombre takes it pretty well, and Execute does.
If you have like Lombre and Frogadier, and it feels like it's a awkward spot to be in anyway.
Yeah. I also think.
How do you even like get there? Does Riolu like get a pivot move?
No. I'm pretty sure Riolu doesn't get something like Parting Shot.
It does not.
Yeah, and Riolu doesn't get the U-turn. Keep in mind though, Frogadier can set up Rain. Like 97 speed on Rain is pretty close to Prankster.
Not
Like
much
you're losing to slower Prankster taunt users, but
yeah.
How many of those are there really? Yeah.
Chris Reed is
yeah,
asking about fake out users, but
Um,
Lombre and Tyrogue, I can answer it because it's my team. But
Yeah. I think it is very nice having the fake out user of Lombre. I will say Maschiff seems kind of. I don't know a situation where Maschiff does a lot.
it's kind of just like the Intimidate.
Yeah, but I feel like in the Sun mode, you're really strained to bring Riolu, Quilava, Cast Form, and one of Petalil or Execute, and I don't think there's a situation where you're not actually bringing those four. And same kind of thing with the Rain team is like you need Cast Form, Lombre, Riolu, Frogadier basically for Rain.
Yeah.
And maybe you can swap one of those out, but I don't think I think Maschiff would only come in a in a snow mode, because your really only snow things are the Cast Form. Wait, who even sets snow on the team?
Frogadier has
know if
Snowscape.
Frogadier has Snowscape. Okay, so Cast Form, Frogadier, Alolan Sandshrew, and I don't know that you bring Maschiff. I would say you bring the Tyrogue or the Lombre in a team like that.
Yeah, that's my only real thing is I don't think the thing is like you're really the strategy you do is you'd bring Rain Mons and Sun Mons on your team of 6, and then kind of because you can on every team you're gonna have Cast Form and Riolu on like both teams. So you can bring 2 Rain Mons and 2 Sun Mons, and you can decide, okay, do I want to do Rain here or do I want to do Sun here? And
But I also
decide you can like pivot it in. You can basically, because it's a 2 out of 3, you can bring Rain once, Sun once,
and then switch.
Which
switch. I think is definitely a good setup. However, that kind of limits what Cast Form and to some extent also what Frogadier does.
Yeah.
Because I also would say your Sun mode, like, assuming you're saying you bring the Riolu, the Cast Form, and I don't know, Lombre, Frogadier, Quilava, Execute. I think that's like the ideal team of 6. Maybe switch out the Execute for the Petalil, or maybe switch out the. Even then, I was thinking, oh, maybe switch out the Frogadier for the Wattrel, but without Frogadier on a Rain setup, what are you doing? And so I think I think you're very much locked to a team of 6, maybe 7. That's kind of just awkward. Yeah, Frogadier having taunt is nice.
Yeah, it does have taunt.
That's kind of my verdict with this team. It's pretty good, but there are, like you said, there's mons on here like Sandshrew, Mastiff, and to some extent Watchroll. I won't count Tyro because it's a Demon. But you look at them and I'm like, when do you ever bring these mons to this team? Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
The thing is that the 7 mons he has a good team there. But it's like, not you know what he's gonna bring based off those 7. So I'd say probably like high B.
I would say high B. I honestly don't even know if Petilil would come that frequently because Execute does what Petilil does
that's
be
the
the fast sleep powder mon.
Yeah, like how does Petilil match up? I was actually looking at Execute for my team, so I know it's like pretty decent, but Petilil I need to look at.
Petilil is honestly, I think Execute's just better. Like the only thing that Petilil has going for it is that extra 10-point special attack. But Execute has so much bulk in every single way.
I think you guys aren't seeing that. You guys aren't seeing that Petilil has after you. That's why I got it.
Oh.
After, I don't know.
It's to buff your teammate, right?
It makes the target use its move right after the Petilil goes. So like in Chlorophyll, it has like super high speed, and it can use after you on its partner, which makes the partner do its move.
Okay, that's fair, but honestly, I don't know if super high speed is correct, because Petilil, assuming you're running 252, like if you're running 252 speed, that's 318 under Chlorophyll, and you're still really having some bulk issues because you're not going to be able to run the bulk EVs that you want on an after you user or on something that's trying to
it's not going to be like offensive
sleep powder
a lot of the time, so it's like you get like 252 a lot of it, at least. It's not a lot, but it is something.
It is something. I don't know, I feel like the team is going to perform well, but I think that some of the aspects that are maybe really on paper strong, like the draftability and how weird it is to kind of prep for, are maybe going to be a little diminished in practice because you're really just running 7 mons, and there's not a lot of room for Watchroll or Mastiff to come in, which are kind of your flex slots.
Just like what the other person can do about it.
Yeah, that much is fair.
If the other person's like hit with the toss, it's kind of just like, what are you supposed to do? Like, you just set up sand every turn.
Yeah, if you have one of the opposing sand setters, it's just kind of it's very hard for this team to function. Especially with no manual, like with you always having to manual something, it's rough. I will, however, say I think the Sun mode is strong. Quilava with Eruption with Heatwave is really good. Frogadier and Lombre firing off super good surfs is really strong. But I feel like having both those modes kind of constrains Riolu and Castform really hard to perform well in both.
Yeah, well, okay. You guys have been talking for a while, so I want to keep us moving. I just want to say I think you guys are absolutely not seeing the how hard and versatile this thing is going to be. I'm obviously biased, but I'm also not biased because I usually think my drafts suck. I think this is like an A, but sounds like you guys are thinking something lower.
I think it's like A.
I was thinking B minus A. Well, I mean B plus A minus. Sorry.
Yeah, I can see A minus, but like you said, it's just like the mons. The thing is, I would like to see the rest of the drafts to really make a educated decision, because you know, like C mons are C mons. Like eventually you look at C and you're like, all these mons are terrible. Like whatever I draft is not really going to help my team. So it's like, it's, you know, I can't really bash Luke too much here for not having like the greatest mons. Like Watchroll is not the best. Mastiff is not the best probably, but what else does he really have to work with in the tiers that he's looking at? So that's the only thing. But I still think it's like a B minus.
Yeah.
No, B plus A minus. Not a B minus. Not a B minus.
I would say B plus A minus is definitely very much. 100%.
We can kind of have that like B minus, B plus,
B
A
plus,
minus.
yeah.
Keep it in that range, and then once I look at the rest of the teams, I'll know for sure which one it is.
Yeah.
Because I think it really depends on everything else. But I will say this is probably a very good team. I think the margin of error is more off of execution, and I think that's really going to be the big deciding factor.
Luke's good at Mont, so I'm not really worried about that.
Hell yeah.
That's not the issue.
Yeah, 100%. Lucan is good.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Next draft, the Canadian Brawlers. This belongs to VN.
This team looks so scary.
This one's pretty intense.
If he had anything but Drizzle, I'd be really scared of it. But like,
yeah, he has I was saying, I think before you guys got on, they have the best Demon, which is Noibat. That was a mistake. That should be in C, but whatever.
Yeah, I think there are also some oddities. I know at least one in mind, but I think looking at this looks like a very reasonable Sun. Like, even if you're not running Sun as like your main strategy, Ivysaur, Charmeleon work so well in Sun that you don't even need to worry that much about kind of the anti-synergy, which is really only in Drizzle. But Drizzle works so well as kind of an alternate plan that it does a lot.
Yeah, it really this has got a bunch of versatility. Defensively, it's really excellent. There's not more than like if you look down at those at these slight ice, slight ground, slight flying, but it's really huge. Ryan Haywood says Gen 8 VGC meta Zard and Venu, literally. I totally agree with that.
You don't have the Groudon or the Torkoal to facilitate it as well, and they weren't able to Vulpix isn't able to run Drought.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's what Cottony's Prankster's probably for.
Yeah. And that's what Cottony is there for. And Cottony is also such a good pickup because even if you're not running the Prankster Sunny Day setup, Prankster Tailwind facilitates Meowth, facilitates Pikachu, facilitates so many of the Pokemon on this team. The Farfetch'd Galar becomes insanely quick. Mm-hmm. Charmeleon and Ivysaur still get to do what they do. And Ivysaur basically gets to do the Chlorophyll Sleep Powder shenanigans.
Yeah, and also I think noting that Meowth has Technician, so he has one of the fastest and strongest Icy Winds and Snarls. And
does Meowth get Fake Out?
He does get Fake Out. That Mon honestly could have been B or A, and I think it was C.
Meowth has a ton of versatility here. I think the Intimidator in Sandile is a fantastic Intimidator as well. And maybe I see this team kind of having issues beating down I don't know, a little bit of a weakness to breaking fire types, but because it's really only Drizzle and Sandile. But even then, Drizzle and Sandile does so much that I think this team is really, really good. And even a backup Tailwind user in Noibat,
The Ivysaur seems so hard to play around too. You can't just Terra grass just to stop getting Sleep Powder because you're just gonna explode. And,
this is
Safety Goggles feel it's not even doing enough into it. You're not getting Sleep Powder, but you're just gonna Sleep Powder the other thing.
Chris Reed just mentioned Drizzile does get Ice Shard and Aqua Jet and could afford to go mixed to proc its allies with weakness policy.
And wait, Water and Ice hits everything realistic, that you're realistically wanting to run WP on. It hits the Noibat, it hits the Sandile, it hits the Ivysaur and the Charmeleon, which is crazy. Yeah, I think that's definitely something good.
Chris, I want to point out that you said go Aqua Jet into the weakness policy, Dragon Dance, Eviolite, Charmeleon with the the classic 2-item combo.
It doesn't get a heat wave, is the thing.
Charmeleon
Like,
doesn't?
even if you, wait, yeah, because if you Dragonite, it's not gonna heat wave. Like, it just kind of what makes it so scary. Is you just get like Spec Solar Power Heat Wave. You just start flicking it.
And like you basically need to have a bunch of fire resist to fight against that. Like I think this team is fantastic.
Is there even like Flash Fire mons in the format?
One or two.
Yeah, there's like Quilava and Cyndaquil.
Okay, there's a lot more.
Right. I think we've. I want to come to a conclusion, gang. I'm just saying A maybe A plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this looks insanely
but what else goes in
strong.
A+? I think this is kind of the thing that goes in A+. I don't think anything else really would.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah, like this team looks fantastic.
All right, A plus. I'm just keeping track in a little note to the side that we can release at the end.
This is 100% the team to beat.
Ryan's next. He's on the chat and he says he's next. Here it is. All right, let's take a gander, guys.
I feel like this team is kind of all over the place, to be honest.
I've heard so much about Jigglypuff and Sentry, and I just don't get it, to be honest.
Yeah, like Jigglypuff with Friend Guard is useful, but like 75% is 75%, but it's not making that large of a difference.
If you have like Eviolite on something, I guess it kind of
yeah. He was mentioning Eviolite Clink.
You can what?
Yeah, Eviolite
like,
anything.
Clear Body is interesting for like intimidates, and you have some anti-intimidate stuff with Piplup, but I really feel like this team is going to struggle because like there's obviously kind of a Trick Room ish, like you're kind of looking at Trick Room. I don't know what all on this team gets Trick Room.
Trick Room attackers though. There's like
Numel.
He's got good speed. He doesn't really need Trick Room. I think and Ledian is a pretty decent Tailwind setter, but
yeah,
I think it's not like super specialized like the ones we've seen. But it seems like it really covers a lot of bases and like has no massive weaknesses anywhere. To me, this seems like pretty. It just seems solid to me. I think it's. They're saying it's very fire. The chat says very fire weak, but it's not really. It's only 3 of the mons. It's Grovyle.
Honestly, I would kind of tend to agree though. Mostly off the fact that your fire weak mons are kind of your most important in Grovyle, Ledian. Arcan is technically a fire resist, but Arcan doesn't want to take the hit.
Yeah,
it's
totally.
taking like at least 40, and then it's like a fake out away from Defeatist.
Yeah, and once Arcan hits Defeatist, it is doing so little.
Jigglypuff get heal pulse? Like
I think it does.
It does. I guess.
Which like is nice, but still. Ghastly is definitely also like it's a very good mon.
Yeah,
Croagunk is also really good, but it
Croagunk
just
is
kind of feels exploitable.
Levitate's good, yeah.
Yeah, Levitate's very useful, but I will also say this team doesn't really have a way to abuse it.
Earthquake Numel maybe, but that's not really gonna be relevant.
And Arcan gets Earthquake, Arcan gets Earthquake, and maybe Grovyle does, but they're not getting
big.
Stab over it.
Arcan's got such massive attack, it almost doesn't even matter. It's Arcan hits freaking hard.
It's 112, but the thing is, if Arcan gets into Defeatist range, which if you're using it for its rock typing, i.e., being a fire resist, being a poison resist, or if you're using it as needed, also it's one of your only flying resists outside of Clink, and so you're really kind of struggling for it to help out your team defensively and also try to have that niche of doing things.
Chris Reed asks if anything gets sucker punched to proc weakness policy on Ghastly. He's in a
Krogan?
he's in a weakness policy mood.
Yeah,
I don't think Krogan gets it.
Ghastly just dies. Like you can sucker punch it by your own mon, but 30 HP, 30 defense. You're not living a sucker punch from anything.
Agreed.
We need to be Shadow Sneak, and even then it's probably like minus attack, 4 attack.
Like it would need to be Shadow Sneak from like something with.
Something.
Even then, like that probably still does so much.
Yeah.
Off Ledian maybe, but I feel like Ledian has better things to do with its turn.
I personally think this team's like a B minus.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of the same thing with the other team we looked at. That was a B minus, where there wasn't a lot of synergy between the mons. Like you said, there's Ghastly, which is great. It has Levitate, but there's no good EQ mons on the team, no ground types. Lady, and I personally think is dog shit. So,
I would tend to agree.
Yeah.
Like, especially because none of Ledian basically doesn't have an ability most of the time. Outside of Early Bird is useful, but
it means that it doesn't completely get fucked over by sleep, but
it's not as good as Insomnia.
Yeah, you'd rather just get an Insomnia.
Yeah, but
and
then
Iron
you're just not even
Fist
gonna score
off
it
its
at that
attack
point.
doesn't
You're just
mean
gonna
anything.
unless
I
you
guess
get
it's
glow
better
by
than
Ledian,
nothing.
you're not
This
scoring
team,
it.
it's probably
Fine.
I
let's all say what we think it's graded.
Yeah, I think B minus.
B minus.
B minus.
B minus, C plus.
I'm leaning more C plus.
I'm leaning B.
I think C plus.
I think C plus. I think these mons in theory do things on their own, but when they're on a team together, there's just not a lot of synergy on a team like this.
I'm gonna put it at B minus because because it's evening out what we were thinking.
That's
fine. I'm fine with that. Yeah, B minus is cool.
Okay. Next up, the Petalburg Penguins. This is, I believe, Sirius's team.
No, this is
Zuman's team. Zuman's team.
Yeah.
I know because I helped
Bob's
him with
friend.
it.
Yeah.
I like quite a lot of these mons. Marshtomp seems very good. Chargebug I think is fantastic.
You just have a Trick Room setter or no?
Porygon.
I can say this is this is supposed to be a Trick Room set. Lamp and Porygon are the setters.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
on Trick Room, like the issue that I have with this being on Trick Room is
no. Sorry. This is a trick, whatever it is. Trick Wind.
And remember, Bob, this is also like kind of your draft, so remember to not defend it too much.
I'm just explaining what it's supposed to be, because Pidgeotto's the Tailwind, but you can also go Lampent and Porygon for Trick Room. That's all I'm gonna say. You guys can talk.
That's perfectly fine. I think the core issue that I see with this team is you definitely have mons that function better under Trick Room and mons that function better under Tailwind. However, I don't know that there are any mons that function well with those. Mainly looking at, you're looking at mons that, yes, have low speed stats, but what are they doing with those low speed stats?
Well, Clavipus and Snubble hit really hard.
There's Lampent.
I think has 68 base attack.
Pretty scary. If you go Trick Porygon Protect Lampent, switch Porygon out to Chargebug and just Heat Wave.
Yeah.
Doing something, but
you're doing something, but Lampent has the strongest attack stat on the team, and it's 95. And yes, it gets Heat Wave, but it's also 55 speed. If you're Tailwinding, that's great, but if you're Trick Rooming, it's in an awkward spot. Teams are going to have options to fight it.
I just this in Evo League 95 is really high. That's a massive special attack stat for Heat Waves.
Yeah. It's very high, but I really think it's not.
It's also not bulky at all.
I don't think it's doing enough to win games. Is my bigger issue. I think it's definitely doing things.
I disagree with that. I'm sorry. I just straight up just saying it's good, but also it's not gonna do things. That doesn't.
No, but I think if you're running Trick Room, you kind of need him on that's just gonna win the game.
Yeah, if I really think if you're Trick Room or if you're Tailwind, you expect after Trick Room or Tailwind's ends, you need to be in a demanding position with the ability to win the game. And I think Lampent definitely contributes towards winning the game. And I think if there was another really good abuser with Lampent to do it, I think that it'd be a great Trick Room team. But Lampent is really one of the only ones that actually gets you to a great position. And I think Lampent does that job well. But if you're looking at Clobbopus and Snubbull as your other Trick Room abusers, I don't think those
Cacnea
do
is
enough.
okay, I guess. But like Cacnea is also just gonna like fall over if you hit it with like a sucker punch or something, so
yeah, I think I see what you guys are talking about. I think as far as Trick Room goes, it could use like one or two like really good mons for Trick Room.
Yeah.
But like
and I think you really need really good mons for Trick Room because you only have those 4 turns. And once those 4 turns are over, you need to either have won or be really close to winning.
Yeah. I'm also seeing some cool...
You don't really have the ability to set up Trick Room here.
I'm seeing some cool synergy with like Water Absorb Cacnea and 4 times Weakness Carkol. And we've also got Flashfire Lampent with like with the weak Fire Weak Charge Bug and some other things like Cacnea.
Yeah.
I think
there are good synergies. I'm worried about this team's ability to close out games.
Bob, is there anything you want to say before we give it a grade?
I mean, I definitely agree with the issue with the speed stats where it's like Lampent's kind of in a weird spot where it's not the greatest on Trick Room. It's not, and it may not be the greatest on Tailwind, but I'm a little confused. You just didn't mention anything about like Marshtomp, Porygon, Charjabug, which I think are like a lot of the team really, because base 50 for Marshtomp I think is good for Tailwind and Trick Room. Porygon is really good on Trick Room, I think. Charjabug, that doesn't really do anything on Tailwind, but it's good. Like, there's good mons for Tailwind and decent mons for Trick Room. I think it's more of a Trick Room team than a Tailwind team, but near the end, I was kind of like I was helping with the draft, and we were getting to like the C mons, and there really wasn't a lot left, so I was like, Pidgeotto, we'll see if we can maybe fit in Tailwind or something.
Yeah.
But,
and I definitely agree that Marshtomp and Porygon are good mons, and I definitely see Porygon in particular doing good things under Trick Room.
I definitely think that when you get down the list, like Clobbopus is not the greatest Pokemon. Obviously, Scruffy could be better, but I think I don't think it's like a bad team. I think maybe like B plus. I think
I'm also thinking B plus, where the idea is good, but I'm imagining situations where you have, let's say, you set up Trick Room and you take 2 turns to get Lampent and Marshtomp in, and that's the ideal situation. I don't really see you getting them in one very easily, but say you get Marshtomp and Lampent in with 2 turns of Trick Room left. I don't think you can win from that position easily against a lot of structures.
Can't you just protect with Marshtomp and then Trick Room with Lampent turn 1? You could.
And it's immune to stuff like that, but it still gets taunted because 55 speed is very it still gets taunted. It's immune to the fake out.
You run a mental herb. That's like I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of.
I think it's so frail. You can kind of just.
But even then,
it's 60. That's not frail.
60.
But it's not bulky.
On a type that's on a ghost fire type that has how many weaknesses? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Most of which are very common types, including EQ and Rock Slide.
True.
You're in a really awkward spot to get it up.
If you're not flying, you're going to like 80%. You're going like 20%.
And okay, assuming you're Eviolite, you get taunted. Assuming you're a mental herb, you can't live. And it's
actually looking at this now, this team has a pretty bad weakness to rock that I didn't notice at first.
Also 6 rock weaknesses, 2 rock resist, and those 2 rock resists are Clobbopus and Marshtomp. Clobbopus doesn't exist.
Put this in B.
Yeah. 100% agree with B.
Okay.
I think the team can thrive, but I think it's going to be extremely hard for it.
Yeah.
We're moving
you
on.
Saying rock slide made me look at the rock minis, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's pretty bad. I don't want to notice that first.
Let's move
I mean,
on
I
to the
didn't-
next
I-
one.
Yeah, move on. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
You guys are
He's
saying the same thing over and over again. We gotta move.
Yeah.
We gotta keep moving. We got
Sorry, Luke.
no. It's all good. You're fine, Bob. We're good. Next one, LC Cincinnati.
Man,
It's got
Tinkatuff.
the alliteration.
This seems pretty good.
Oh,
The
yeah,
rhyming.
Tinkatuff is scary. I'm
Spent a
little
lot of
worried
time
about
looking at
team's
this
fire
one.
weakness.
I've spent a lot of time looking at this one because this is my week 1 opponent.
Week 1, yeah.
Yeah. I think there's some cool there's neat little things like Florgato has Petal Blizzard, which boosts up Bramblin.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's a wind move that
That's-
hits
that's-
everybody.
That's really sick. I think there are a ton of synergies. Talo is a good tailwinder to facilitate Bramblin.
The Sand Engine seems kind of nice, but I
Yeah.
think Silly Cobra is not a great mon. for setting
Honestly,
sand.
I like Silly
like
Cobra
decent.
Drillbur are there is synergy there.
They're
And I
a
think
good
it
mon.
kind of
You get
facilitates
sand
your
up.
ice weakness, but
If you get sand up from Sand Spit, you're kind of just like in such a good spot, no matter
Yeah.
where you are.
I think also Elekid, great pickup. I think this team is genuinely very good. I think there's a lot of good support from Tinkatuff. Florigato does good stuff. Bramblin Talo does good stuff. So
Do you think this is supposed to be a sand team? Because they got Slakova
I think it's
Drillbur.
like a Tailwind or Sand team,
It's got Diet Sand.
like decent mons in it as well.
Diet Sand, I like it.
I think the Tailwind thing for it is actually really good though. Like you go Talo and Bramblin, you just get
I
plus
feel
one
like
on
you're
Bramblin.
you're kind of struggling to protect Talo on that turn, but if you can do it,
You'd probably rather Talo to die, to be honest. You just get in Florigato to just spam card a Petal Blizzard.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of good stuff coming from this team.
Yeah.
Also, Duskull being a levitate mon for the sand team is nice.
That is cool.
Duskull's kind of really good. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
Duskull's a really good Seamon. Its defenses are really good. It's super min-maxed, and it's a good defensive mon with Levitate for Trick Room. Yeah, I see B+ here, personally.
I would say B+.
Okay.
I would say A-, A probably.
I'm leaning
I'm
A-.
fine with A-. I'm fine with A-,
I'm fine with that.
personally,
Nice.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
I also-
I think this team's very good in non-obvious ways, but it's really scary once you think about it.
I want to also chime in that the chat has expressed interest in letting you guys not rushing through as I have been ending our conversations. So it seems like you guys are having some great conversation. I want to make sure we still. I'm not gonna cut you guys off like I have been.
You're good.
All right.
I
I'm
think one of the
putting
things that makes a trap really good is just you have random ones like Seal and Nackley that can just kind of do stuff. Fake
Yeah.
out and Belt are just
Elekid
really-
also,
Yeah.
Elekid also does really good stuff. It has Electroweb. It's very good off of having that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Elekid's a good Seamon. I was looking at it myself. I think
As was I.
Not much I can do about that.
Yeah.
I think a good. There's a decent amount of mons here that are good in the role that they're in. Tinkatuff was really good S. Florigato, because we allowed proteins, a pretty good S. Bramblin, I think was A or was it B? I think we put it in A.
Bay.
I think was A.
Yeah, because of Wind Rider.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty good picks for every tier.
I think
I
the
think it's
fire
overall
and the
pretty
ice
good.
weakness is going to be kind of hard to work around, but if you can,
Ramblin is the music
Insanely
heat
good
wave though,
power
which
to
is
you.
nice.
Yeah. I am cool with
I
with
like
A
A.
minus here.
A minus.
yeah,
Let's go A
A
minus.
or A, 100%.
Like it. We ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're going to Houston Gastros. The Houston Gastros belong to. Wait, what the? Oh, here they are. Houston Gastros belong to Doge. Let's see what we got here. We got Abra was trade. It used to be a different mon. Tinkatuff?
Morgrim,
No,
I
not
think.
Tinkatuff.
Abra
Morgrim, yeah.
was
Morgrim to Abra, very last second trade, right before Grace ended.
Honestly, I think the Morgrim would have been better. I don't.
He was talking to me about it before he traded it. He was thinking like there's not much offense on the team without Abra, I think. Where you're kind of struggling to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, this team looks very good defensively. Like looking at those differentials is crazy.
Yeah, really good defensive spread, I think. Coughing is actually sick, I think, in this.
Yeah.
For B, having Levitate's really good. It also can go neutralizing gas if there's like abilities you're worried about on the other team, but Levitate's still really good. Bronzor is Bronzor. That
Wartortle is... Honestly, Wartortle probably should have been banned.
I think Wartortle.
It's no shell smash though.
Even then,
it is pretty good.
Follow me.
I think it's like pretty good. It's like really good in S with a Violite. Yeah.
Yeah. Even without a Violite, like if you want to run a Violite on your Luxio or something.
30% from everything. It's like.
Yeah. True.
Follow me. Very like good typing. I think Wartortle is a very good thing to facilitate things on this team. But I'm struggling to figure out what those things are.
I could see
the defense is great. The offense, even with Abra, I think you're kind of in an awkward spot.
Yeah. I'm noticing that they're all they hit, but none of them hit like massive other than Abra. I think the next biggest attacking stat is Cribrawler's 82 or Luxio's 85, but then that's like wild charge. You know what I mean? Like that's
Like also Luxio, Guts, Flame Orb, Wartortle, Follow Me, Shenanigans.
Oh, Luxio can go Terra Normal Facade.
And that's good, but I don't know how much that's gonna do. And I think this team also struggles from the same sort of issue that Trick Room teams do, is you need to run really fast with a lot of your ideas, but those ideas are struggling to run fast. Like the Fletchender Gale Wings, or the Guts on Luxio, or Coughing's kind of Shenanigans. Even the Moxie Litleo. But I think you don't really have a lot of...
How fast is Morrowind and Tailwind? It's still like...
it is 15 speed.
You can make that a lot bigger with the EVs. But let's
in Tailwind.
In Tailwind at max investment, it's 282, which doesn't outspeed base 90.
What becomes 282?
Max speed Morlul under Tailwind.
You're doing level 100s, by the way, which is like it'll be like scale differently.
Level 150 or close. Yeah, 146, which
it's outsped by a lot of things, like
even under Tailwind and Fletchender's your only Tailwinder.
It's a great. It's potentially the best Tailwinder.
It's a very good Tailwinder.
I
think Cottony's better, and Fletchender's a very good Tailwinder. I am still a little worried about Fletchender, like a fake out, and it's a bad Tailwinder, or at least not as good.
I think you run Cloak on it a fair bit, though.
That's very much fair. I think the Rock's weakness does also kind of hurt it a lot.
Nothing else is really weak to Rock, though. It's just like what, Litleo?
Yeah. I think this team's defensive profile is really good, and I think its defensive profile is really the only thing.
It's gonna do well into teams that need to kill you fast. But you kind of need to do the same.
It also struggles to kill fast.
Yeah, it might not get the damage out fast enough.
Yeah.
But
I think Guts Luxio is good, but then you're lacking the Intimidate. I think Abra does good, but it's not bulky.
You need to lead Abra Wartortle if you're leading Abra. That's the problem.
Yeah. And I think on paper this team does good things, but I think this team, more than any that we've seen, I think if you execute it well, this team is going to be crazy. If you can't execute this well, this team is going to flop so hard.
Well put.
Yeah.
What do we think for grades, guys?
B.
I'm picking B.
B, something like that.
I was gonna say B plus, but we could do B. Let's do the B. Houston Castros B. Okay, next up is the Tasty Tatsugiri. Tasty Tatsugiri belongs to Shorty. Let's take a look. First thing that's sticking out is this big old rock slide weakness.
Yeah. And an ice
wow.
weakness.
Yeah, nice
Like,
weakness.
There's
Both the rockers just kind of suck as well.
yeah, like
Sandy
honestly,
isn't coming very much. Neither is Honedge.
I'm not sure what this team like. I don't know how this
Wallaby
team
is
wins.
is a good mom, but like it can tailwind. But
It
it's
can
not, like,
tailwind, but what's tailwind facilitating?
Yeah.
It's like Rockruff's a good mon, but it's like I think it needs more support than just tailwind.
Yeah, and Farfetch'd is a good mon, and Shiinotic's a good mon, but base 30 speed under tailwind probably isn't enough against most teams.
The only mons that
And-
are fast enough for tailwind are Rockruff, Growlithe, Farfetch'd, Vullaby, Tentacool. Like, and Tentacool doesn't hit hard enough. Vullaby
Growlithe
only
would rather
hits-
be intimidating,
Yeah.
and so that leaves you with Farfetch'd and Rockruff, and Farfetch'd 100% can do good things, but 65 base attack on Rockruff just ain't it.
Saying it, Rockruff is really not quite there. I feel like Rockruff
Yeah.
could have been D almost.
I think
No,
Rockruff is
think-
good at C.
I don't think it should be D.
No, I think
played a
Rockruff,
game
with
Rockruff
yeah.
can do
Bob
good
yesterday.
things.
Rockruff is not D.
What does it
Penta.
do?
That mon is not D.
Because I played against Bob yesterday and it like kind of just 6 out his whole team, so that was fun.
That was well. He did get the 1% live. I wouldn't say it was a 6.
No, I had like
better than
180 HP EVs. It was deliberate.
Dude,
was expertly
I saw
counted.
that HP hit 1 and I let out a very large.
It was
sigh.
expertly EV'd.
Expertly
Um,
EV that is
yeah.
the calculated.
Calc.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I guess it can do rock slides, but it's still off of 65 base attack. I
Yeah.
guess it's fine. It's good. I think.
And
Yeah.
Does
It can't be
anything on
your
this
only
team,
one, is the
like
problem.
Sandygast has Trick Room, I think, and should not. I feel like you're really struggling to make an
Randy Gas
impact.
does not have Trick Room.
Mhm.
Oh, does anything on his team have Trick Room?
No Trick Room
Maybe
setters.
Oh.
I can check over
No,
here. I
there's
just
not.
realized
I don't
there's
think
like I
so.
can go over here. and
It
do-
doesn't have Trick Room there. Oh, but you can change it. Nice.
Any trick room? Nope, no trick room on this team.
Yeah.
It really
I-
could have used it. Could have been really nice with trick room.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like this team is a good idea of like a Trickwind team, but it just like your highest special attack is 90 off Shiinotic, which isn't doing
Shiinotic
enough
is
under
like-
Tailwind. And your
Shiinotic's not
highest
even, like,
attack is
good at
90 on
that.
Farfetch'd, where
Brave
yes,
Bird
it's good
will
under Tailwind, but you have to get Tailwind up.
Yeah.
I think you'd rather use Shiinotic as a Spore bot as well. Like, you want
Yeah.
to put Spore, Dazzling Gleam, probably Protect, and then
Pollen Puff.
Giga Drain? Yeah,
Level's
Pollen, maybe.
big.
Like,
yeah.
I think there are definitely good mons on this team. Like Shiinotic is fantastic, Vullaby's fantastic, but I think
Growlithe's
there
really
just
good.
isn't the synergy for this to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
This would
missing
be
just, like, 1 or 2
if they got a
pieces
good
to be,
trick
like,
room
good.
setter. This would go way up in value.
Yeah.
I think that's like
I
a
think-
great piece of feedback for
Mhm.
whoever's team this is. Who is it? Shorty. Right now, I'm leaning honestly like this is
C+.
plus exactly was,
Yeah.
what I was gonna say.
C plus.
This could go up to like a B or B plus if it had a really good trick room setter. Like obviously Porygon is taken, but like throw Porygon in there. I feel like it would really improve.
Something that's still left.
Yeah,
What was that, Penix? Sorry.
If like Drowsy was still left or something, I think you swap out like I don't know Sandygast or something for Drowsy.
I would
That's
say
the
you
one.
swap out maybe like
Well, actually, you don't really want to get rid of Sandygast.
That-
the
the bug weakness is the I mean not the bug weakness, the rock weakness is still so hard to deal with, and Sandygast helps there.
It does.
Like,
Drowsy
I
is
feel like there's
available.
Useless mons is the problem, or his rock resists. Like
Yeah.
Honedge and Sandygast just don't do anything.
Yeah,
It could get rid of Dino. Dino. What the
Dino.
fuck? Dino for Drowsy. That Drowsy's available, which is
yeah, but you're still 3 weak to ice. You're still kind of struggling. Like, it helps with your ice weakness, but
Well, the ice wants like your good mons as well. That's
yeah, like you definitely could do something interesting. But having a Trick Room on would help this team. I don't know that it's
won't make it A.
still Yeah, I don't think it makes it A. I think it would make it BP plus,
Yeah.
but I don't know what that Trick Room mon would be.
There isn't a trick room set of like resist rock.
Yeah, like a Trick Room set of that resist rock is like the biggest thing that would be good here, but
I don't think there is one. Bronzor.
that's
Yamaha.
taken. We've already
Yeah.
seen Bronzor.
Yeah, Bronzor would probably be the only one,
Bronzor
honestly.
and like
Baltoy.
Baltoy.
Baltoy, I think I took Baltoy.
Ah, damn.
I
You're in
did
this
take
division.
Baltoy. I
One-
am. I'm
One
next.
thing I would like to mention for a lot of
Oh,
these
you're not-
teams
oh, yeah.
is
Keep a mask
like-
Galar.
we're saying stuff like, oh, a mon like this would be good, but like we're realizing those mons don't exist. It's not even like
Yeah.
they're maybe there's like one of them and it's already taken. Like what you're looking for is not a mon that's in the tier at all. So every
Yeah.
team's gonna have some sort of like weakness. It may not be perfect, but it's more like which has more issues than other teams is really what
And a
it is.
trick room.
And I
uh,
think this team
Max
has
doesn't have a
so
rock
many
type.
issues.
If you did, the other team doesn't have a physical rock type, you're in a pretty decent spot. But like that's kind of a big deal.
Even if they don't have a physical rock type, if anything on their team has a rock slide, you're
Yeah, that's true.
really
It's
struggling.
a rock.
honestly, I think this is C or C plus, maybe even going down to a C. I feel like this team has so many issues that would need to be resolved.
Yeah, let's put on. Oh, we didn't talk about Spupa, but I agree with C. I think
You
Spupa
could've
will help
solved
things
any
live
problems.
more.
I don't
but-
think it does.
Friend,
Yeah.
friend guard is 75%.
Yeah, and it's still
Rage Cutter and
Spupa. It's a
stuff.
good
He
C
needs
mon, but
support,
it's
man,
not
but he
like
needs to
saving
support
the
something
team.
that doesn't
It's
have the
still
same weakness
Spupa.
as it.
Yeah, it's not gonna. It's a good C mon, but it's not gonna save
True.
the team at all. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's go for a
CC plus.
C.
I'm cool with C minus.
I think C
I'm cool
plus.
with that.
Oh, CC minus. Okay, I think C's correct.
Let's go to.
I'm cool with C.
Yeah.
I looked at this team and my first impression was I'm not super scared of this team. I think Dino's garbage. I hate that mon.
Yeah,
Crap.
I don't know what it does.
Hustle
I
hustle
I looked at
outrage
I remember
really.
because I was looking at
just not-
rankings.
Also,
for
outrage is just
Dino.
gambling. That's like
I was looking at
not even-
rankings for Dino. I'm like, man, this thing is. I literally told Penn, I'm like, this shit is fucking terrible. I just
It
got
was like
rid
a
of it.
32, like it's hustle average like a 32% chance to hit what you want it to hit.
Yeah,
What?
hustle's so annoying, man. It's like in practice,
Yeah.
it's just not.
Honestly,
hard
An
to play
Oka
with it.
would
Yeah.
have.
if Dino had a second ability, it would be so much better, no matter what
Yeah.
that second ability was.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But being forced on hustle,
And it doesn't have home claws, I don't think either, which would remedy it. And even then, it's
Yeah.
like you don't really want to have to do that in
it's
doubles.
from the
too.
gen with Hone Claws too.
Yeah,
like-
it's dumb.
I wonder if like that could be C next year or next time. Dino C. Because it's B right
I
now.
moved Dino down. I ranked it down,
Yeah.
so I think it
Was
is
it-
in C.
Wait,
I'm not sure.
Why is it in B?
it should be in C.
Oh,
I know
was
I
it in
put
B?
it. I moved it down. I don't know how far I moved it
it's
down when I was doing.
this
the
says
rankings.
B.
Ah, shit.
Why?
Tragic.
Whoops.
That's kinda
Sorry.
tragic.
Yeah, that's.
That was probably
uh,
barely B then. That's my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all good. Let's. Yeah, I think C is good.
C's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next
Okay.
up, I think this is our friend.
Me.
Spe-
It's a
This
Demean.
draft
Shy
is so
Lordy.
disgusting.
Yep.
This is like.
The matchup
This
spread's
is
good.
so. This is
I
such a
actually
terrifying
remember
draft.
I fought Nimble last season. I'm pretty sure, and it was pretty good. Growlithe, I saw. Voltorb Hisui, I don't know. I don't like that mon, but I've heard it's good.
I think all the ones on the team are just like so good, except for like that Shrootle and Nimble maybe.
I
Like,
see a
Shroot- Shrootle's
fellow
Prankster.
Scraggy and Skiplumanjor as well. That's what's up. I looked at Mantake too. I thought that mon's pretty good. Brion's pretty good. Brutal Prankster's pretty good. Baltoy, I think having Levitate's nice, and Ground Psychic is pretty annoying defensive typing. People don't realize.
Mhm.
Psyduck is good against someone's team that I'm thinking of. His name starts with an L. That Cloud9 does. Luke's not gonna like that very much, but that's fine.
My name starts with a 1.
What? Oh, sorry, my bad.
Correct.
I think it's overall a pretty decent team. I
think
really,
it's a
I
very good
absolutely
team.
love Pawniard. Pawniard's such a good mon. You look at its stat spread, you're like, this shit is ass, but God, it's so good. Darksteel is like really good typing. I love
Yeah.
Pawniard so much, and Defiant is so good in this
It is.
in doubles, man. For Pawniard especially, because you have some mons like Piplup that are Defiant. It's like, well, what is he gonna do with that attack boost? But
He kinda
Pawniard
does have, like, the
loves not
2 dice
having to get
intimidate
intimidated.
mons,
It
though.
thinks it's just the best for Pawniard.
I really.
and
I think
yeah.
2 really good Intimidate mons, which is kind of insane.
I am gonna chime in with one thing. Skiploom is in C tier.
Should not be in C tier.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was a
God.
mistake. I meant to move that up. I'm pretty
That
sure.
should be in
and
like
I
A
didn't.
tier at least.
Because I said,
yeah,
we're gonna move Skiploom up to like B, and
Yeah,
do
we
it.
just never did.
Yeah,
But,
This one is
the
evil.
rage powder, the tailwind is so
It's big.
fun.
Sleep powder as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, sleep powder's huge. I think it is. It is so grass flying. I don't think it's A in any way, but I think it's definitely not C. I think it's B.
I know.
Its defensive typing is complete shit, but
Yeah.
that doesn't. Its move pool is too good. Just when you actually look at what mons get rage powder and what mons get sleep powder, you're like, wow, like that distribution's really, really small for this league,
Mhm.
considering how powerful those moves are in VGCs. So, it's I think it definitely is better than C, but you know, anyway, I'm kind of ranting about shit that doesn't matter.
One thing that I noticed that you're good, Bob. One thing I noticed. I know Growlithe Hizui is gonna be like really versatile with either Rockhead Head Smash or Intimidate, and it's hard because I know like this probably isn't like the real, like the correct opinion, quote unquote, because I know that Little Cup just banned Growlithe Hizui for its head smashes, but if it was Growlithe can't like with like that gets teleport, because Growlithe Hizui does not. But if it was Growlithe and got teleport, you could cycle between Strudel and Growlithe, Intimidate, and Prankster Parting Shot. And Prankster Parting Shot on Strudel is like really
You also have
good.
Scraggy for Intimidate as well.
That too, yeah. I don't think it has a pivot, but
The Arcanine Hisui did just win Worlds, so that's kind of interesting.
Arcanine Hizui won Worlds?
It won
Yeah.
like the whatever the middle division is.
That's sick.
It won seniors.
Seniors, okay. Yeah, the juniors, seniors, masters, that's right. So seniors, yeah.
And I think
team's-
Arcanine
I think
Hisui
it's
was
so
really close
good.
to winning Masters as well.
Wow.
This
Yeah.
team is so good though. I feel like you can just beat a lot of stuff. Like if you have like a problem with a mon, you just have like 3 months that beat it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of just like there's nothing like concrete. I feel like there's a weakness for it because like you could say it's like rock weak. There's 4 rock weaknesses or something on like good mons, but then like you've like 2 or 3 mons that resisted that like you could just bring. Like,
Yeah,
there's nothing stopping you from bringing Scraggy Pawniard and just stopping rock moves.
totally.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty solid A team, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I personally don't really like Voltorb. I looked up like the Little Cup viability
I think
rankings 'cause I
Voltorb's
was
really
curious.
good. I think that one's really good because it's
Uh,
like
Electroweb, right?
it's just better than
Yeah.
regular Voltorb.
It doesn't get Electroweb.
Oh, that
That's the problem.
sucks.
Yeah, I honestly, I kind of looked at it like, oh, it's Voltorb Hisui. It's really cool in doubles Little Cup, and then forgot that it doesn't actually get Electroweb.
I think it's still worth it. It's cool.
Yeah.
Like if Voltorb got Electroweb, which we shouldn't talk like that, but like more, I think if this rock number did not say 4, I would give this an A+. That is like
Yeah.
there's like very small things that are keeping it from being like an A+.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like there's gonna be like a couple of like mons that it can't handle, but like blanket wise, it does a really good job of handling everything.
I'm realizing I think maybe one of the things Archon might give this team a little bit of trouble with like stab rock slides.
That's true.
So that's like the type of thing. That's like the
Scraggy's
one
still-
thing
I
that would
think
make
Scraggy
it.
would still be a problem for it.
Even then,
because then it's like
Voltorb, Hisui,
intimidating.
and-
Yeah, he
yeah,
can just, like,
Voltorb Hisui and Scraggy both kind of eat it alive,
Ooh.
and
he just-
Tailwind Pawniard kind of does stiff. I mean,
Mhm.
Tailwind and
Brionne's so
Brianna.
scary too. Like Brionne's like 90 special attack and just clicking hyper voice.
It's
Why?
nuts. It's nuts. I'm gonna give this an A.
I think
Yep.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well done,
I was- yeah.
Shylordy.
I was very very happy with this team.
Good stuff. Let's click on to the next one.
Oh yeah.
Swimming, Swabaloos.
Man, Crocorosk is such a cool mon.
He's so cool.
He's so cool, dude.
Yeah, Croc
What
Rock
does
is.
Poipole do? That's like the first thing like jumps out to me.
Hmm.
What does
That's one of the
Poipole
new
do?
420
What does
BFC mods that be
Poipole
allowed.
do?
I don't know. It has why are it
Okay,
stats like
okay.
that?
My one thing I want to pay attention to. Look in the ice column.
That's a good question.
Ah! Oh no!
Oh, that's
The ice
unfortunate.
column's existence is just
Oh, swimmer,
It's like
no!
Blizzard.
yeah. Even Icy Wind, like
Oh my god.
it's
don't.
60 base power, but half your mons are taking at least 50 from it.
Hmm.
and your only ice resist is Monferno, which
Monferno is a very good bomb.
It's a very good mon, but you don't really want it taking that many hits because, like, it gets it into blaze range, but it's probably gonna have life orb. It's probably
gonna be like Iron Fist Mach Punch anyway. Like,
Yeah.
But that ice weakness is really scary.
I could see him getting rid of Swadloon and Jingmo for things that aren't weak to ice.
Even though it doesn't help, like it doesn't help if it has Rage Powder because like the problem is ice and it's not gonna help.
Yeah, like I really think that the bug grass typing is holding back Swadloon a ton. If it had more utility options, great mon.
Overcoat's great in a grass type as well.
Oh yeah. Honestly, though, what is Overcoat doing for a grass type?
On a grass type, it's already immune.
It literally does nothing. It's not
like Overcoat on Jangmo is nice, but Jangmo is not like I see 4 45s.
Jangmo is not threatening like a Fungus out or anything.
No.
By existing.
Like the only thing threatening a Fungus out on this team is a Trumbeak or a Monferno, and even then, like the Fungus isn't worried.
Yeah, its teammate can kind of handle those probably. I wish Poipole I really love as a mon in Evo League VGC, and I was really hoping that it was gonna see some really great synergies. What it needed was like a steel type ally to do sludge waves, and it just unfortunately like there's these great mons that don't have fantastic coverage. There's no like
like you have that 5 times poison. You have 5 poison resist, one of which being Poipole, so you can still do sludge wave shenanigans.
You might poison your ally though.
Yeah. But if you kill your ally, you get +1.
Oh wait. Yeah, that works.
I guess you could go like Tailwind Trumbeak to like get.
You go like Sash Monferno and you just get Mach Punch and then Sludge Wave and it kills it.
Huh.
Just Poipole self KO turbo. That sounds disgusting, but it loses. Does Poipole even have like fire coverage or ground coverage?
It has dragon coverage, I think. That's it.
To hit steals?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no?
it only
Single beam and dragon pulse, and that's it.
Oh yeah, so like against this team, you run a Terra Steel. Like you run a Terra Steel, you shut down Poipole. And then you really just have to deal with Monferno and Krokorok.
Terra Steel's nice for like Trumbeak as well.
They're both weak to water.
Yeah, you'd have to bait out the Terra somehow before you go for Poipole, and like that's just in VGC. That's a. If this was 6v6 doubles, that would be one thing, but this is VGC, and you're not.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be impossible. Like you have mons that like can threaten stuff, but I feel like then you just don't bring them.
Yeah. Like Poipole gets nasty a lot.
Mon that's gonna get O-code by Krokorok.
Yeah. I really think like, and also we're talking about switching out Swadloon and Jangmo. Your 2 most important Pokemon both have a water weakness, and Jangmo and Swadloon are currently the only 2 water resists.
Oh, that's such a good point.
And so like, Monferno and they're very good mons, and also something we haven't talked about. Flappy's really good.
Yeah,
I think Flappy's a fantastic Pokemon here.
But it kind of needs like Tailwind or something. It doesn't.
Yeah, and like Trumbeak learns Tailwind, but
it's not what it wants to do.
It's a Trumbeak. It has 85 attack, and you're forcing it to Tailwind with below 60s bulk.
Yeah.
I think this team is in a again.
This team's like 1 or 2 trades are being really good.
Yeah, and I think this team could be good if you can position a Krokorok, like a Krokorok Trumbeak setup, where you're tailwinding and you're earthquaking with Krokorok, and you're getting Moxie, and you're doing stuff like that. That's good, but I feel like a lot of the other teams that we've kind of put in lower tiers, execution, I think is going to be the biggest barrier to this team doing well. Is
Arena Trap, which could be like useful for getting rid of stuff that can take on something like a Poipole.
Oh yeah, to trap the steel types maybe, but like.
Yeah.
But some trades would help.
You're not EQing with Diglett and.
Your Trumbeak can't stay alive the whole game.
What about? I feel like if Gible was traded, maybe and maybe
Gibble for like a levitate mon or something.
Gibble and
oh
Swadloon.
Gulpin. Gulpin's not doing any like you've got Poipole.
Yeah,
Like what is
Gulpin's
what is
not-
Gulpin
Yeah.
gonna do?
Gibble,
guess it's
Gulpin,
bulky.
and Swadloon, I think, are kind of the biggest. Like, Gibble, Gulpin, Swadloon, and Jangmo, I think, just aren't doing that much on the team.
Yeah.
I think Wooloo's cool. Fluffy, Fluffy follow me shenanigans.
It has follow me. What?
Yeah.
I think
Hey,
bulletproof
wow.
is cool too. It
Yeah.
takes
Yeah,
up
that
if you had a
has some nice
poison in
buff.
like it takes sludge bombs. He could run that against like the guy who runs.
It does get follow me, right?
It
Wait.
doesn't. It does
Oh,
not.
Wait, then
That's
what?
tragic.
What is Wooloo
I
doing?
think it's his D. I think it's his D.
It's his D, but he took it so early that I thought it was for a good reason, and it's like the only move that
Really?
looks good here is Thunder Wave,
Thunderwave.
and
No.
Yeah. Guard
Guard
split.
swap.
But it doesn't even like it doesn't give it.
that
Oh, Cotton guard swap could be funny.
That I don't think that's how that works.
No, it
do that
does. Yeah,
funny.
guard swap gives the changes. Guard split does
Huh?
the number.
Oh,
It gets both.
oh, guard swap is the changes. Okay,
Yeah, stages.
This
That's
is an
yeah.
Interesting.
Regardless, it's tier like a round 3 pick of Wooloo is
Yeah,
not exactly the way.
yeah. I think Monferno, Krokorok, and Flaffy, and even Trumby
It has some
are
nice
doing good
core, but it
things.
doesn't have anything to help it out.
Yeah. I don't know how this team functions in the face of good water and good ice coverage.
Yeah, I think the team's good. I think there's good mons on the team, but it's kind of like a weird. It's in the sense that there's good mons, but there's also bad mons. It's not really like a, oh, I don't really see a lot of cohesion here. It's more like, yeah, there's that ice weakness is really bothering me, man. Like,
Yeah.
when we get to my
Vibe.
team, you'll see what I'm kind of struggling with right now, and it is hard to get like solid matchup spread across the board of like zeros
Yeah.
and ones for differentials, but
yeah.
getting
Like,
like a
and-
5
like,
ice
weak,
weakness is
though.
like really easy.
Like
to
if you have like a
fix,
follow
so-
me normal type, you can be weak.
And-
to
and
those, yeah,
also-
fine.
And also in this format, I think having zeros and ones, like even if you have twos and threes, that's fine to handle because of Open Terra. I think Open Terra helps a lot with that. But when you have a 5 in ice,
It's a 6 in ice, right?
It's a 6.
it's 6 differential, 5 difference.
Oh,
and,
that's
like,
right. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh.
Your dragon's not great, and also a 2 in ground. Like you're having to function with an ice and a ground weakness. The obvious option for ice is steel. That doesn't work. So like water,
water?
Terra.
He doesn't have
but-
any real grass weak monster than Krokorok.
Yeah, but the thing is, what mon on the team wants to Terra water?
Well, it's a defensive Terra. I feel like a lot of things.
Yeah, I feel
could
like it's a
run it.
decent Terran, like for like Krokorok or something.
Cracker. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not ideal, but like it gets the
Hmm.
job done.
Yeah. I think this team is gonna really have a hard issue dealing with its weaknesses, and I think that things like Nasty Plot Poipole and Monferno in general are going to be strong, but positioning those I think is going to be the biggest challenge for this team to function.
If this was like the best player in the world playing this team, probably make it work. But I don't know. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Anyway,
B minus personally.
I'm thinking C plus.
I'm
I'm
getting
fine
C
with that.
plus pre-trades
Yeah.
if they
I think
trade.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
if they
think-
get rid
I
of a
think
couple
trade-
mons that suck, it's probably gonna be
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
It's not like other teams where I'm like, I have no idea where the cohesion is here. And you'd have to maybe redo the team. This is more like, yeah, change a few mons around, it probably wouldn't be bad. Like Jangmo sucks. I hate that mon. Like having 2 dragons is not the greatest.
Yeah, and honestly, I think the dragon that you trade is Gibble. Like in a situation like this,
at least Jangmo
Jangmo sucks, but Gibble I think is worse on the team.
Yes.
like,
It's
Jangmo
a
is just something
third
interesting.
ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they'll be cool. Flaffy discharge into the ground types could be cute, but other than that, yeah, just it needs it needs Gibble gone. It needs probably Gulpin gone, and
Probably Swadloon
probably
and Jangmo as well.
Swadloon. Jangmo. Yeah. Well,
Four mons is a lot.
we'll see if they do
Like,
anything.
you get a big change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're on second to last of Kadabra.
Yeah, Madagascar.
We decided
game.
on C minus. Well, I mean C plus.
C plus.
Yeah.
Cool.
C plus. Yeah. Madagascar gang. It belongs to Dewey.
So something about Dewey, they literally just put in 2 trades.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they did. They said that they couldn't put them in during Grace. Whether or not we want to allow that for Grace picks or not, we can decide later. But yeah,
they were
trading
away.
the barrel for Wooper and
No,
Beautifly and
Barrel.
Relor.
Yeah, but Barrel and Wooper for Beautifly and Relor.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. Bad trades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Barrel and Wooper both do baller things.
Even without
Relor-
Barrel's like a good mom.
Yeah. So looking at the team now, man, my opinion of that team really went down after those trades.
Well, the thing is one thing I noticed before Luke just changed it, they had a -5 weakness to ground. Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's
Oh,
the
no.
They basically looked at
no
that. They were
ground
like,
resist.
So now they have no ground resist.
Okay.
so they put in Beautifly to help deal with that, I guess.
I don't think those are the things you switch.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I don't know
think-
if that's what you switch. Yeah.
Like I think you maybe switch the reboot, switch the Cranidos, or maybe even the Meltan to like.
As somebody who was looking at Meltan, that Mon is dog shit.
Yeah.
I was thinking about
That
reboot,
mon
but
is
I thought
terrible.
it- Yeah.
Like
It
I
doesn't-
think there are way better mons to swap
Yeah.
because Barrel and Wooper both are really good.
Like there's
Yeah,
actually like
I mean, I
decent
don't know
mons
about-
here, though.
Wooper's good for what it is. Yeah.
Wooper carried me last time. Wooper was 5.
Oh yeah, and singles was nuts.
Yeah.
It's not doing
Um,
much in VGC though, to be fair.
That's
It's kind of
fair.
just gonna sit there.
So we're just gonna evaluate with these picks right now, then, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Lanoon Fungus is
yeah.
terrifying.
Yeah,
Like, that is-
Fungus, Lanoon Fungus, and Tinkatink. That looks scary.
Yeah.
Remember that Lanoon is no belly drum.
Okay,
This
that
is
looks
choice band
far.
speed.
That looks far less scary.
You can still just like choice band speed or something though, and you're still
Yeah.
doing so much.
You're still doing a lot. Yeah. I think Terra Ghost is very good against this team, especially.
Yeah, if
or
you
even
just like Terra
still.
Growth and Safety Valve should turn off the entire team.
Yeah.
Like
Actually, no. It literally turns off the entire team. They don't have a stab move for a Ghost type.
does Beautify get
Oh yeah, I don't. There's like no
this
dark
team
coverage on this team at
Tailwind
all,
because
yeah.
then if you
Yeah.
like use
Or
Cranidos.
ghost moves, yeah.
Cranidos feels so
honestly,
random.
The triple ground and single rock is still really awkward.
Yeah, I mean, I personally, I don't know how I feel about the trades. I'm kind of with you, Lordy, where it's like, yeah, trades need to be made, but I'm looking at that Meltan, I'm like, that Mon is so awful.
Yeah,
I looked at that Mon, I'm like, that thing is actually,
even
that
do
should have been
with it?
D.
You-
I messed up. Like, a lot of the lower tier picks, I wasn't like active when those
Were
lower
made.
tier trades were going on. Yeah, and I would have put Meltan in like D. That
Okay.
Mon is really bad.
What do you
Is
think
there a
Magnet
trick
Bullet?
room setter on this team?
I don't
That's the
think
thing.
so.
There isn't one.
I doubt it.
Man,
Maybe
okay.
Curly.
Maybe
Curly,
Relor.
I think.
Wait, maybe
Curly
Yeah.
Relor gets
does.
it.
I
If
think.
they, yeah,
No.
there's no setters. Okay, yeah, then it's
Okay.
Curly
yeah.
does.
Yeah, I'm looking at this and it's
Curlia.
Curlia.
That's a
Oh, boy.
worst. That's one of the
That's
worst
not really-
mons.
Yeah,
That's not a good setter.
It's not
Is
even
that
like
okay?
a slow draft.
Honestly, Frank-
38, 35, 55. That
It's a
ain't doing
fast
anything.
draft as well. It's so awkward. Like,
Yeah,
that's
like
weird.
it's a fast
Yeah.
draft, but like Lanoon is, I think Lanoon reboot is good.
you have 3 fast mons and then like the rest of your team's just like slow.
Yeah. And
This is
like,
yeah. You guys, sorry.
like I don't know, Blitzel. I don't know what Blitzel's doing.
That's lightning rod for Mudkip.
This is kind of
Yeah,
one of those
that's-
scenarios like where I mentioned. I think I was
Well.
telling Speedy earlier where you're never gonna have a team that's like, oh wow, this team is unusable because the way we did drafting is there's still gonna be good mons like Reboot, Fungus, Linoon, Tinkatink on these teams.
Yeah.
But then you're gonna have crap like Relor. Well, Relor I think is a D mon, so it doesn't really matter. But you
Yeah.
have stuff
Yeah.
like Curlia, Meltan, which are basically unusable.
The only thing you can pair with a Meltan is a
Like
Reboot.
the thing about a lot of these mons is like, and that's kind of the one thing that I do see agree the tiers were kind of, it's kind of a mixed bag, because like you have mons that like the tiering system makes it easier to draft, but then you have mons like Curly and Meltan that are too good for, debatably too good for D, but should not be in like the tiers that they're in. Because
does Beautifly get Tailwind?
It does.
I think it does.
It does.
Okay. I think there is one saving grace for this team, and that is Cranidos. Fucks.
Yeah, I have Cranidos.
125 base attack Sheer Force Rock Slides is going to murder everything. And I think if you can get to a position with that, it is insane.
I think that might be
One
the
thing
strongest
I would like
spread
to mention
move.
about the thing I'd like to mention about Cranidos briefly, as somebody who also has it, keep in mind is item clause. So the fact that it has her own life orb is sick, because
Choice band.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
life orb.
Well, it's good because it's Sheer Force life orb, and it has
so not even
Rock
much
Slide,
hit.
which procs it. It has a really good move pool. Like it has Zen Headbutt, Thunder Punch. I think it has Fire Punch too. I think it has other punches.
Yeah,
So it has a really good move pool to abuse Sheer Force. The problem is it does die in one hit, and its speed stat is like odd. It's hard to fit. It's kind of hard for it to fit on Trick Room. It's only really good for like Tailwind teams, and even then, it's like it's still gonna die in one hit because it's.
If you can get Cranidos and Fungus in with Tailwind, you're in such a good spot. But you're just
there's good. This is like I said, where it's like there's good mons like Cranidos, Tinkatink, Fungus. But then you have mons like Meltan, Curly, or Relor, or maybe not Relor.
I want to quickly chime in about Relor. I think that one of my I just think Relor fits a really interesting niche on some Trick Room teams. It's just not going to work here because Curly is like the Trick Room setter. But if it was like a really good Trick Room team, Relor is very neat because it gets Cosmic Power, Recover, Bug stuff, and Gunk Shot. And Gunk Shot with Compound Eyes, which is kind of neat. You go
Crit Me Not. It's interesting, but I really don't think Crit Me Not is good in doubles.
Yeah.
In singles, sure, but in doubles, like Lunge is good. Memento's useful.
Is like a bad move in VGC.
But 30 speed.
Like you can kind of just afford to run haste. It's not like the worst thing.
This is a good Trick Room Trick Room on for D actually. Yeah. But with this
Cranidos is like weirdly too fast for Trick Room though. Like 58's like pretty quick.
It's 30. It's 30.
No, Cranidos is 50.
Yeah, it's not Cranidos.
Cranidos,
yeah, that's something I'm gonna
40 speed would be really nice, but
yeah. I am worried about this team's ability to function. I think the Cranidos Tailwind idea is probably one of the strongest things that could be done in a format like this, but I think this is the wrong team to facilitate it.
So impossible to do.
Yeah.
Is there anything fancy that Tinkatink can do with when I see Tinkatink or Tinkatuff, I think of Skill Swap and Fake Out and like fancy double stuff.
I don't think that's what you should be thinking about.
No, I seriously do not.
Oh, well, I in the 6v6 doubles league, I got to finals and I lost, but I was using Tinkatuff in like a real draft league, and
or like Libero on it or something.
You're calling Evo League not a real draft league.
A big boys draft league. And I was doing skill swap.
Real men play in a league where the best mod is Monferno, man. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Okay,
I take that
skill
back.
swap, Toad Scroll.
The best
I think
mod's
War Turtle's the best mod that we play.
Skill swap,
War
Toad
Turtle or
Scroll.
Tinkatuff,
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
I think you could, if you could skill swap Libero onto Cranidos or something, that would be interesting. But that would take
I think Sheer Force is already so good.
Yeah, Sheer Force was ridiculous. And it even has Mold Breaker. If you're dealing with a lot of Levitate mons, you can just run Mold Breaker, and now they're like, well, now I can't build against this guy. Because my ground type counters don't do anything now. Like, it's really hard to kill Cranidos.
I guess Bronzor, yeah. It's just
I think this team has a insanely high ceiling.
Yeah.
But its floor is rock bottom. This team lives and dies by Tailwind Cranidos, and I think to that end, B-.
Yeah.
I'm thinking B- too. Yeah, I don't think it's as bad as I originally thought it was, because there's a lot of mons. The mons are
a lot of things could just win you the game immediately if you get them.
Yeah.
A lot of things win you the game, but I think the ability to make those things happen is pretty low.
Yeah. Feels like it's like a 7-month draft again.
Okay.
Are we good for the next one?
Yeah, I
Last
think
one?
so.
I guess,
This is the last one of Kadabra. This belongs
Pokemon
to Jinting, Pokemon Engage,
Yeah.
owned by Jinting, who is from Germany, and
Let's go.
I think they play pretty like I think they're a pretty like well-respected VGC player over there. Like they're a pretty good
Oh,
player,
wow.
I believe.
Yo, I
No,
like
this
this
is
team
really
actually.
great.
Damn, this shit kind of
I
bash.
kind
Now
of do
you
as
like
well. Like Pachirisu, Litten, Squirtle is crazy.
One thing I
There's
didn't
what,
know, I
two
thought
following ones
Fujiana
that
got
didn't?
Intimidate. They don't?
Dude, that one
Mightyena
sucks.
does.
That one doesn't
Yeah,
deliver
I thought
nothing.
both of them did for some reason. Like a Shink situation. I think Larvitar is a good rock. It was in C. I was actually looking at it
Goku is
myself.
so scary.
Larvitar is pretty good for a Cmon. Hatena is pretty good. Magic Bounce isn't as good as it is in singles, but it's still pretty good.
It's nice.
Healer
even
doesn't do
rock
shit, though.
bound. If
Healer's
you want to
pretty
get
useless.
like Trick Room up, it could be nice. You could do
Marvel
it.
Shell Dratini shit is pretty sick too. Greavyard is great for Trick Room, which
It's not really.
I
what
mean, I don't
does it
think this
do?
guy is he gonna run Trick Room?
What's the Trick Room setter on this team?
Oh, it's Hatena.
Hatena?
probably.
I'm pretty sure.
And Magic Mike's, like,
Honestly,
really nice.
Good Trick Room setter. Like Atena's really good as a
Yeah.
Trick Room setter.
Because
but
it
You
can't
just
get
gotta run
taunted
Cloak
is the
for
thing.
free.
If you can't get taunted, it's so
You can just
yeah.
run one. You can just run like what is it, Clover Cloak, and you just don't
You just
just
can't
make sure you
miss
don't
that.
die
Yeah.
in one hit.
I think there's definitely some weak spots on this team.
Kofu's really
Namely,
scary.
Kupfu, Poochyena,
I
kind
think
of
Kofu's
awkward.
so good. That one is like inner focus 90 attack. It just
I used Kubfu in a previous league.
Wait,
Kubfu
oh.
is so broken, man.
Wait,
That mon is
I-
ridiculous.
does Inner Focus stop?
Intimidate?
It's
Intimidate and
It
take
does,
out.
Okay, yeah, no, that makes it a lot higher for me. I forgot about that. For me, Inner Focus is always no confusion.
No, that's on
Um,
Nintendo though.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, no flinch. It
I mean,
doesn't mean shit,
no
yeah.
flinch, yeah.
Yeah, which is worse, debatably.
Which,
Yeah.
honestly though, no flinch is
That's
still
no
useful in
fake
this
out.
It's
format.
yeah, it's still better. Yeah, because
No
it means you
fake
can't
out.
get
Yeah.
fake outed. I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
I think
Shit,
I
man,
think
that's crazy.
Poochyena is kind of rough, and so to some extent is Togepi. But if those are the only two weak spots on your team,
Yeah.
And I'm pretty
Sure.
sure those are
Larvitar
both
isn't that
Cmons,
great.
so it's okay.
Larvitar's
yeah,
I
pretty
think.
weak even with guts, I think.
my other issue is you're really physical. There
Yeah,
is not
point.
there's not a special attacker on this team.
I don't know if
Like,
Pachirisu really
Dartrix
counts. Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
cool.
Parachuji
45
does not count. Dartrix
Dartrix
is your highest
good.
special attack, and it has.
But it's
71.
running a physical set.
Yeah, it's not gonna really use it.
And then
that
there's
much.
Litten with 60. Once again, lower than its
Yeah.
attack.
And then Hatena,
Yeah.
but man,
Dartrix doesn't even get, like, a
Hatena being your
good
only
movement.
viable special attacker is bad.
Yeah, I feel like it's a fantastic draft, but without a
Has a
strong
couple
special
goals.
attacker, everybody's gonna run
You shot up,
physically
like,
defensive.
Larvitar or something.
Yeah,
Like, you get ruined by Intimidate even with
Yeah.
focus on Kofu.
and yeah, even with their focus on Kupfu, like
And there's only one
Guts
clear
Larvitar is
amulet.
cool, Graveyard's cool, but I think your Trick Room is good, and if you're up against a team that doesn't have Intimidators, sure.
You
But-
can't really run Kofu and Trick Room is the problem. That's like the scariest mon and can't be used in Trick Room. It's 72
Yeah.
speed.
Yeah, I think the anti-synergy there is definitely interesting.
So you
Guts
could, like,
Larvitar
leave-
in Trick Room is
I don't
good.
think it's very strong. Like, I think I played against Luke in a game, in like a test game, it just did no damage.
It
What,
did a lot
Guts
less than we
Larvitar?
were thinking. The
It did like
Larvitar.
30 to Squirtle. It was like actually absurd.
Huh? Holy.
I wish we had that replay. It did
We
less
had
than we
so
were
much.
You
hoping.
maybe do.
It was Eviolite, like Squirtle, but it wasn't
Oh, it
Spit
was
F.
yeah, it was Eviolite Squirtle.
It was Spit F. So you should,
Yeah, it
should
was only
not be
252
taking it
HP.
that
That's
low.
right. Yeah. Well, I think it's funny because like at first glance this was fucking fire, and like we're realizing that there's a lot
There's
of like
so
small
much
weaknesses.
anti-synergy.
Yeah, and it makes me feel like this might be like B plus territory.
Yeah, something
But
like that.
with a lot of potential to be like A
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you got like
Yeah.
what's a strong special attacker that they could pick up? Like
Is there even like a good one in C?
assuming like taking out Poochyena, what tier is
like
Poochyena
Poplio's
at?
left actually,
Poochie is
which is D.
Poochie. Oh, Poochie's D.
You could swap
No.
out like Togepi for like Popplio or something. That would be nice.
Is
It's not super
Popplio
strong, but it's,
available?
like, a
Because that would
good
be
Popplio
type
C.
attacker.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than everything
yeah.
else he has.
I would also say, worth noting, ground weakness on Litten
That's
Pachirisu
true.
that's only dealt with by Dartrix. And
Dartrix
yes, it's
messed
only a
up.
2x. You also have a huge Decleam weakness,
Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
and you're weak to ice, you're a little weak to ghost. Like there are a lot of things here and there that I think are going to be really hard for this team to balance. But if Genting's a good player, they're probably going
Yeah.
to be good at doing that.
Hmm.
And so
Yeah.
I would tend to say B plus.
I'd say P plus.
Agreed.
I'd say B plus A minus. I'm leaning toward A minus mostly. These Mons, I don't really see a Mon that's like complete dog shit on this team, other than maybe
Yeah.
Pooch.
I don't think there are many mons that are bad, but I think if you're wanting to run a Trick Room team, Kubfu's very bad. If you're not wanting to run a Trick Room team, half your team isn't doing anything.
Yep.
I'm cool with.
I
I'm
like
cool
the
with A
core,
minus,
like the
maybe
first three
maybe
he
B
got.
plus.
I think that's a
really
nice,
Think about it a little bit more.
like-
I'm cool with either.
I think
That's
it's a
big for
very good B
All-Around
plus, but I think
independent.
it's still a B plus.
I'm cool with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Haunter,
stuff.
baby.
Okay, on
Haunter.
Haunter.
I'm not sure what's up with the doc. Why it says Farfetch Galar says wrong format selected. Maybe I did something wrong.
Oh, you have to do a no apostrophe.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Hold on. All right.
We're gonna
I
start
don't know
off
why
with Bygone Shell Shock.
This is Juge.
Yeah.
Jude, his return. This is his first draft
Oh.
league in a while.
But
Oh,
he was
nice.
scary. I hate
Yeah.
Monferno.
Monferno. This is the Monferno team that Monferno needed.
Yeah.
This team is so offensive, and it's offensive, but it's not
Not even,
offensive
like-
to a fault.
It's not bad defensively either. Like,
No, Wartortle.
Shedinja is so
even
stupid. Why did we
Shedinja.
let Shedinja be legal? This should never have happened.
First off, do any of these Mons get skill swap? I think Dawdler and Jigglypuff maybe do.
Oh god.
For fuck's sake, don't do this.
Because I realized a little too
Oh,
late. You can
no.
just skill swap fucking.
Oh.
I didn't recognize
we-
that till today either.
We didn't realize that Shedinja wasn't Terra banned until I looked.
Yeah, I just forget Shedinja exists. Even though I'm a Gen 3 super fan, I forget
Connoisseur.
Shedinja exists. Yeah, I don't know. It's my bad, I guess. I made
Yeah.
a couple mistakes with ranking. I think overall
Yeah.
I did. I
we were all
prevented
working on it. You know?
things from
Yeah.
being like, yeah.
I think there are a lot of strong things.
Yeah.
Is there any Trick Room setters?
Dotler.
Dotler.
Dotler's one of the
Yeah.
great one. So bulky.
Dotler's
Yeah.
Also,
sugar
Dawdler
cane.
has telepathy, dude. That's so good. man,
Oh
for this
god,
game.
yeah. Okay.
I wanna say
Dotler.
telepathy for,
Trapinch is maybe the only Pokemon that can abuse it, though.
like, Wartortle
Granted,
like Surf.
Trapinch is
Wartortle
a
too,
great
yeah.
Pokemon to abuse it.
Yeah.
Wartortle, I don't think that you're
Wartortle-
wanting to surf Wartortle.
You
Like,
don't wanna
surf Wartortle
Especially
isn't.
when you have like Monferno and stuff on your team. Don't want
Yeah. 65 Spatak. Like, it's neat, but I think it's more cute than good.
You kind of just want to click. Like,
It's more
Struggle or something.
of a defensive behemoth and less so
Yeah.
of an offensive powerhouse. Yeah,
I will say,
agree with that.
looking at the speeds, I think this is really meant to be a Trick Room team. There's things like Grookey that even just have utility in Trick Room. I think that Grookey is a very good pickup for a team
Getting
like
Velocity
this.
back is so
Yeah.
insane for it.
But I am also looking at this Rock Slide weakness, Heat Wave weakness.
Yeah.
And those two are going to be very rough to deal with.
The one thing that is saving them from that is that two of the mons they bring will probably be Monferno and Wartortle, and those are two that handle
I think
Rock
that's
Slide.
like Brad. You
and
might be
Heat Wave really
Monferno
well.
Yeah.
and Wartortle every week. I think just
Yeah, I think Monferno, Wartortle always every week.
Grookey,
I
as
like
long as you
Nimble
don't,
as
like-
their D tier.
yeah, Nimble's.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
Nimble's a pretty good D tier.
I had it until the very end of Grace, and then I dropped it, and then they picked it up.
Yeah, I saw you drop Nimble, and I was like,
It's
yoink.
probably the best D tier. Like, why else is even like that good?
Yeah. I will say, Lucan, you picked up Nimble, and I was like, crap, I really wanted this D tier, and then I saw you drop Nimble, I'm like, yoink.
Well, you didn't get it though, right? Or did you?
I did.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
they did get it. Yeah.
I thought it was.
I
This
got
team
it in
that got this
transactions.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Because I had Nickit as like a Pokemon.
It's such a cool Pokemon.
And then I saw you drop Nimble. I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
I do want to know, when are you bringing Nimble? Like,
Not a lot of the time, but
because if you
I
promise, I
couldn't
guess
see
if it's like really weak to bug, then you can just click first impression, kill something.
Oh,
Yeah.
tinted. It's. I think when they're weak to priority is when it's best because tinted
Yeah.
lens really
It's like a really
makes it really
rarely-
functional.
no. Tinted Lens, even Banded, is like, you are hitting hard.
It might even be worth it to
Let's
run
go
band
for
on
one.
first impression because of how hard it
Yeah.
hits.
You just got like 1-for-1. Just
Yeah.
Hmm.
And one for like Nimble against Evenamon Inferno,
But I'm
I
noticing
think does like 80%, which is insane.
it. No way it does 80% because
No,
Nimble
not-
has 46
46 attack.
attack.
I have seen a Nimble one-hit KO Hisui and Growlithe
What?
before. It is scary.
With a
Yeah,
crit? That's nuts.
Yeah.
No,
Was it-
without a crit, I think.
I
I'd
actually have
that
to see.
count.
Is it actually only 46 attack doing that? It is actually 46 attack. But it dies in one hit.
Yeah.
It does die in
No, it does like
one hit.
40
But
to
still,
Monferno.
yeah. First
It's
impression
like
Sucker Punch is
40.
really good, I think. I think it's
Yeah.
probably, you could argue maybe it was
Oh,
a CMON,
okay.
but yeah.
I was
I
looking
don't
at the.
I feel like you
wrong
wouldn't
then, I
draft
guess.
it Z though. There's just so many better mons there.
Yeah.
Ones are actually bringing.
I think it's a really good deed, but I don't think we need to worry about
Yeah,
tiering.
if 400
Yeah,
we
let's.
do
Yeah, we don't have to
something
talk
about it.
about Tyrion.
Even
That's
if you
fine.
just see it in team
Yeah,
you have
I
to
think
leave
this is a
it.
great TR team. Doppler. Also, this is a team where Honedge can actually do things. Like 80 base attack is huge.
But he gets no
um,
guard fissured. So easy.
Oh no, no guard
Yeah.
Fisher.
Yeah, this is one of the teams that this team has a lot of the mons that I wish I could get,
Yeah.
but wasn't able to get.
I'm just gonna say I'm glad this team's in Haunter.
Yeah,
Wow, I have to
I
play this
can't
week
wait.
1. This is so.
cannot wait.
Oh,
This is
your week one.
Yeah, this is my week 1.
Oh no.
Frick.
Oh no.
I don't think my matchup's that bad. Like,
No,
Alright,
you're
we
probably
wanna-
fine.
Do we want to put this in like A?
A.
this is
Yeah.
yeah.
An A, gotcha.
I think this team has so much going for it.
Yeah. All right, this is Pastoria Piplups.
This is
Who's
Chris.
Oh, Chris
Askeby.
Reed.
Chris
I-
Askeby
Servine,
tags.
Servine Ponyard.
No.
It's so funny.
Wait. Chris Reed. He has to be pinged
Oh, yeah.
when
He did.
we're
Oh,
done.
he's here. He's here.
A
Oh,
bit of a
nice.
good
Hey,
morning from
Chris.
him.
Yeah.
Hi, Chris.
So, does Drifloon get Tailwind?
Yes,
Okay.
it's good.
I think this team is
so
great.
good.
Yeah.
There's so many ones
Yeah.
that seem like just really good.
Like, Servine is insane. Metatite's a great breaker. Ponyard is fantastic. I think there are maybe some iffy things like Rhyhorn, Pichu, and Lechonk, but
Pichu is
honestly,
Rhyhorn's. I think Rhyhorn is. I looked at Rhyhorn myself.
Electric.
Oh, sorry, Pen.
That's fine.
You can talk. I
No, it's
think
just
I have you
like,
turned up too low.
Yeah, I've
think
got Panic on
Lightning
200% volume.
I should do that too. Yeah.
Like Pichu having follow me is something, but you probably just never bring it anyway.
Hmm.
That's like. There's
Yeah, that
there's
mon
such
is-
scary offensive ones though.
yeah, I think this team is really good.
Yeah.
I think Servine, Ponyard, Ghastly are just
Even, like,
so scary.
Pure Power Meditate and Trick Room or something. Is
Some
just gonna blow
crazy-
something up.
Chris.
Metatite's 60 speed.
Oh, it
You'd
is
rather
true,
have it
okay,
with the
it's
Drizzling
speed. Yeah,
Tailwind.
that's true.
I think that this team under Tailwind is like Metatite with effectively base 100 speed or something.
Yeah, I'm
is
seeing.
fantastic.
I'm also seeing skill swap Metatite Pure Power.
Onto what, like Ponyard?
I'm just.
Oh,
Chris
God,
had said
on Ponyard, no.
Servine. Chris had said
Honestly,
Servine, which is actually pretty
onto
functional.
Onto Ponyard, I don't think you
Pure
care.
Power Sucker Punch.
Onto Ponyard, I don't even want to think about it. to be
What about
honest.
Servine?
Wait a second. Skill swap onto Servine get contrary superpower.
Wait, does Servine even
I don't
get
think
you
it-
can have
superpower?
both. You can
Oh,
have both.
I'm
Metatite.
talking about Metatite
Yeah.
getting Pew Power.
What does Metatite
getting
have for?
superpower.
Meta Knight Dwarf, that would be a problem.
It
Like,
does
even
not get
Conqueror.
superpower.
Close combat at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cosmic Power.
Oh, close
Ooh,
combat
we're
with
getting some,
Contrary.
Have Cosmic Power.
Yeah.
Are you guys hearing that? That static?
No.
It's from Sir Shy Lordy. Like his voice is very. Sir Shy
yeah.
Lordy, could you join and leave again?
Yeah. Sorry about that. That should be fixed now.
Is anybody else hearing that, or is that my headphones?
No, I think it's just you.
It might just be. I have that issue frequently.
I don't have the overlay on, but I don't hear it.
I'm gonna try leaving and coming back. Oh no. It is my headphones. Let's see if I can get this back. See if we can switch over to this one, maybe that would help. This is not good. My headphones are effed. Is it my headphones or is it my... Sorry for everybody. I'll go back to this. Oh, I hope my new headphones... These are brand new headphones. I'm going to be really bummed if it's my headphones. See if it works on... I think it's my brand new freaking headphones. That makes me so upset. You guys can hear me, but I cannot hear anybody because I'm getting straight static in my headphones. It's very garbled and like... One more. These things are shot. I'm gonna switch headphones. See if that helps. Boy, I just bought those. I'm sorry I'm missing... We're going to talk more about... Sorry, guys. I'm sorry, Chris.
Hello,
back.
Luke.
Okay.
Like, where were we?
Good.
Can you guys say something?
Yeah,
Hello?
I hear you, bud.
Hello.
Oh, fuck.
Is it?
Of course this happens
Your
midstream.
headphones?
I'm going to change some settings and stuff. Test. Yeah, it's just my headphones. I think I had to switch. And then I did, and now I have to switch this to be, instead of that, I have to change the... I'm so upset. This is bumming me out. There we go. Okay, now the stream can hear you. Did I just close?
Hello.
Oh, there it is. Oh,
Hello.
sorry. That's going to be really loud for everybody. Could you guys say some things? Keep talking.
Hello, big man.
I am a gamer. I enjoy gaming.
I think that's
I do
good.
enjoy playing video games sometimes. Not that much, though.
We're back.
Enjoy
We're
it.
back.
All right,
Yay,
perfect.
we're back.
Alright.
Okay. So
So
on
I-
Piplups.
So we're on the Piplup. Sorry, I really like threw a wrench in there, guys.
It's fine.
You're good.
The voice chat thing isn't showing, Luke.
Oh, thanks. Sorry about that. Man, yeah, there's so much juggling so much right now. But
All right.
I also still really like that I come up as S.
yeah, S ... I think that's because you haven't...
I have a long
I
name.
think your name is one word.
It's my name is long.
No, I think it's because I'm on
It's two
streamer
words.
mode. When I leave
Yeah,
streamer mode, it
streamer
comes
mode.
back.
Some people have streamer mode on, which means that if they
Oh.
show up in like a stream or something like that, their name is bleeped out. I think it's happened to me a few times.
These are my settings, not his settings. But anyways,
I don't
we've
know
also
how it
got...
works.
see, I was going to say webs, but I know webs isn't like relevant, unfortunately.
Great.
Word.
Yeah.
Um,
Like I like a
It
lot
does
of
have
these
electrical
on
web,
here.
which is nice. Like,
Elegant's
electrical web, I like
cool.
it. Plus anything is kind of nice.
Yeah. Like
I
Webs
think
is
this is A-A personally. I think
Yeah.
there
Okay,
are some
man.
mons that I'm not a huge fan of, like Rhyhorn. I think Geodude basically does what Rhyhorn does, but
yeah.
just Rhyhorn has better abilities.
Like, Rockhead's cool. And Lightning Rod is interesting, but
Lightning Rod'd be nice
Lightning Rod
if it
doesn't do
did
anything for the
anything
team.
either.
yeah, Lightning Rod is
honestly, like,
it's
pretty
in a
cool.
vacuum. It's a good ability, but it's not exactly.
I
does
think
Rhyhorn
is...
get SD? I think that Chris just said Rhyhorn gets SD, which is kind of big.
What? He said
he's saying that Geodude doesn't get SD, is what he's saying.
But Rhyhorn
No,
does.
he did.
Wait, Rhyhorn
SD?
gets Sword Stance?
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't even know that.
does
See,
not
that's
get
how much I know.
Rhyhorn does get... Why does it get Sword Stance? What
like
swords is this rhinoceros dancing with?
Yeah, I gotta see this.
Pure
Sharp
power,
pieces of
Sword
rock.
Stance, Rhyhorn.
It's crazy how Rhyhorn's like reverse flutter main, and that's just the thing.
It does get SD. He wasn't kidding. It
That
does
is
get
good.
SD.
This is
Shit.
reverse flutter.
Eviolite
Aw.
Terra SD under Trick Room? Like,
It still just dies to any special.
yeah.
grass water move anyway.
Yeah, that's
30,
my big
30
thing.
Spadef
Yeah,
is,
Putting some investment in there would be very helpful.
You need the
Yeah.
Terra as well. Is the problem? You need to Terra, Eviolite, Tailwind, not Tailwind, Trick Room.
I think it could be good, but
It takes so much investment, but he has so much on the rest of his team that doesn't take investment. So
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of mons that work without investment. Like Servine and Poniard are just generally good mons.
Yeah.
You
And
just kinda
as
click
is
leaves on.
Ghastly, but I'm kind of under the area of these are very good Pokemon, and there is some synergy, but I don't know that it's enough synergy to push it all the way up to an A. I think A minus,
I think A- too.
and I think it's a good team, but
It could
Yeah.
do really well, but
I
just
would-
a few points.
I'm
Yeah.
leaning A, but if everybody, Bot, what do you think?
I'm leaning A minus.
Yeah, let's do A minus.
I'm not.
Chris
I'm not,
Reed
this
is say
is not a-
sleeping.
Yeah.
Sleeping is what he said.
sleeping.
Hey man, A minus is good, dude.
Nah, I thought they were sleeping on mine. They gave me like a B. What did you guys give me?
We'll check in week 4.
Oh, you gave me B,
True.
B plus A minus.
I'm fine with that. Do it. Do
Yeah,
it.
no,
do it.
we gave you B plus.
Yeah.
Okay,
A
on to the Orange Islanders.
Let's do it.
Is it Brooks? I think.
Dude, this...
Nice ground types.
True Lord.
I
It is a
don't
sand
like
team.
this team.
It is a sand team.
Well, this is the guy who drafted Ditto.
Yeah, I think the fact that he drafted Ditto brings his points down.
You can
like,
Ditto
the
copy
entire
and cross
thing.
it up.
Yeah, Ditto is
Oh.
a weird mon to rank because the problem with Imposter is that it's functionally random.
No, but
Yeah.
if you go Limber and then you just transform on your Krokorok,
Oh no!
you can intimidate again.
Oh my god, that's so insane!
No way.
Good night,
What a
good night,
You could just
Combo.
also leave Birdie
What
and
a
Krokorok at
combo.
the same time.
What a combo!
I think
Yeah,
that-
I
I think it's good.
I like Krokorok. I like Florigato,
I like some
and
of the
the
manga
sand package is interesting. But man, you literally have 6 viable Pokemon.
I think
Why not
Krokorok also
control?
is like not synergistic with sand, other than that it doesn't take chip from Sandstorm.
Yeah,
That's true.
Like,
There's
I
so many
does
better
not
Pokemon
matter.
that could go in that spot.
yeah. I seriously think that you, like, against this team, you really only have to prep for Krokorok, Herdier, Farfetch, Galar, Sandshrew, Hippopotas, Florigato, because Meowth is okay, but
You just win.
nothing else is doing
There's
much.
one ice resist on the team, and the rest are all weak.
Oh, it's the
Ooh,
Yeah,
team,
ice and
also fighting
fighting
at the same time.
weakness.
That's epic.
and
No fairy
no
resist.
Degleam resist is like Ditto is your Degleam resist, which is not even real.
Yeah, it
I
has to
mean-
tell. It has to transform into something that's resistant to.
To resist Degleam. I also really don't like the only form of speed control on the team being sand.
It also has Icy Wind Love Disc and Icy Wind Meowth and Tailwind Peaky Peck.
I don't know if you like bring half those mons though.
The
so-
Icy Wind Meowth is the only thing that really exists on this team.
Yeah.
Because Icy Wind Love
What do you
Disc is
mean?
bad.
Oh, that's not bad. It's
pretty
faster
fast.
than
It just
it's faster than Meowth. It's 97 speed.
And it's a Love Disc.
It has decent bulk. It's got 40, 43, 55, 65. I think it's not terrible. I think like
No.
against an ice weak team it might be good, or like against a team that's not running like I don't know.
Maybe,
Clear
but your
Water's
team's
going.
also Ice weak. Your team's Grass weak. Your team's Fighting weak. You don't have a Flying or a Fairy switch in.
Yeah.
You also have 4 normals.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this might be C. C minus.
Yeah.
C minus maybe.
This team has a
Oh.
decent idea in Hippopotas, Sandshrew, Herdier Sand with Krokorok as backup and Floragato being Floragato.
Yeah.
But that is the 5 Pokemon on your team that you are comfortable bringing.
Yeah, I take back the minus because it does have like good Pokemon and there's like a semblance of synergy here. Like a C minus, D plus would be like no synergy, random Pokemon that's just like, oh, this is strong, I'll take it. This was built
Granted,
in
that's
such
my
a way
team.
to have functionality. I think they might have not had access to maybe they didn't use a prep doc and didn't notice like the big weaknesses or something.
Yeah.
So I think C is what I would lean towards.
I will say I find it funny you saying just picking these mons because they're strong. That's basically my team though.
But you've got like crazy synergy too, and your defensive profile is unreal.
True.
Yeah.
True. Who left? Was that Pennick?
Oh,
That was
Pennick
Pen.
went to
Bye, Pen.
buy Pen. I wish I.
Thanks for coming, man.
Yeah,
Oh.
thanks. Pen.
Thank
Feel
you.
bad I didn't say bye.
Wait, where did Pennick say that?
Did they
I
say it
didn't
out
see that.
loud?
I didn't hear. The problem is I had them turned up to 20%. I still couldn't hear them that well.
Oh.
That's why I found myself speaking over them a lot because I like couldn't even hear them talking, which isn't their fault, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I'm glad they came.
Yeah,
For-
it's good to hear their input.
Yeah. For this, C or C minus for me.
I'm thinking C.
Boppy?
Yeah, I'm fine with C too. I'm
Let's
fine
do
with C. There's good mons, but most of them, there's some mons
Yeah.
like Ditto. I'm like, why is this here? I see
Mhm.
why. I think
Agreed.
Wynot's pretty good, but you know.
What's why not doing?
Yeah, there's no like perish trap mode. There's no
Yeah.
like boosting up. Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, we can. I think we can just give this C and move on. We
Yeah.
do have
Yeah.
a lot left. We've been going
Yeah.
on for a few hours now.
Yeah,
Jesus.
we're already closing on 2 hours. Okay,
Alright.
Cirrus is the next team.
Sirius is the next team. I like it.
I like their S ranks.
Yeah, Volibee. I was originally an A, and I really had to drag that thing up to S. I think Volibee's really good
Yeah.
in VGC. It's a great Tailwind mon. It
I also think
loves the
this-
Violet being legal. Yeah.
I think I really also like the kind of semi-sand mode that you have with Silicobra Drillbur. You have a flying type in Volibee that's also not getting hit by the sand chip. You have Luxio for Intimidate and Guts shenanigans. Carkol is good.
I'm noticing this team is very ground weak. Very, very ground weak.
Yeah. That's going to be a huge issue.
Yeah.
Very ground weak, doesn't have a fighting resist. The ice resists are okay. Actually, the ice weaks aren't that bad either.
Yeah.
Ground weakness it looks really bad, but that's just because Carkol's on the team.
No,
Even then,
even without, it's still like it's
like
still
Stunky,
5 Pokemon.
Cyndaquil. Yeah, Stunky, Cyndaquil. Your only real resist is Volibee because Petalil is not taking a ground type move.
It's true.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll go down to 2 of them.
Yeah. I think Terra can fix some of that, but your Terra fighting. Otherwise, well, I mean, you're Terra flying for it, which you're weak to ice, or you're Terra grassing for it, and you're weak to ice.
Yeah. I'm also noticing there's no fighting resistance, so
Yeah.
you can launch off a close combat, and if you're not, unless you use your Terra, there's no
You're taking a ton.
no way to take that. Yeah, like against like Chris Reed's Metatite, will literally just get kills every single turn because it can go like
Yeah.
choice band.
And there's not a way to punish it really outside of Tinka Tough play rough, but man,
Yeah.
I think a lot of these mons in theory are good, but I think in practice it's going to have a hard time performing. I think the Luxio Intimidate is good. I think what the mons do is strong, but it's really going to struggle. especially defensively.
Agreed.
Yeah, what was I gonna say? I think there's like good mons here, but I don't know. I think this is like a B rank team personally.
Yeah, I would tend to agree.
I feel like
They got
B- in
the
a
Whoop,
couple
though.
trades would bring it way up. Like maybe getting rid of Carcole or Lilleep. I think would make
Yeah.
a big
Yeah, Lil Leap I think is really not good in doubles
Is-
personally.
it's nice for
Storm
Super
Drain
annoying in
Drain.
singles.
Yeah, Storm Drain is neat,
Next to
but you're not
Carcole.
that weak to water. Like
Yeah.
Carcole, but Carcole just as much enjoys getting hit by a fire move as a water move as it does not.
Yeah.
And so I think I would probably put this at B minus B.
Oh, what's up, Pen? Pen's back.
Oh,
Yay,
Pen's
come
back.
back.
We thought you left.
My Wi-Fi just died.
Oh, neat.
Oh no, internet. Yeah. I've been there.
Internet issue.
I used to have really bad internet. I don't anymore, but
Yeah.
back in the day, I literally could not even use my.
I know
computer.
England has
phone
really
is so
bad
fine, it
internet,
just
I've heard.
pulls over.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I would also
Pen.
like to note that there's not really any good stats on any of the Pokemon.
Wait,
Like
where
the
are you?
highest stat on any Pokemon is 90 defense on Carcole.
Oh, that's a good
Okay.
Oh
point.
yeah. It's gonna take those EQs as well.
But it has
So-
Stunky. I love Stuntank.
Stunky is cool, but man,
It doesn't do anything, but it's
Panic,
cool.
I miss your
Earthquake.
gun tank profile picture.
Sometimes I miss it too.
Yeah. Sorry.
yeah, I
it's
would
off
tend to say B minus on this.
I'm gonna
Maybe
B
leaning
minus.
a little closer to B minus.
Yeah, it looks okay, but it's just like,
Yeah,
there's not really much going on a lot of the
Yeah.
time.
totally.
I hate that Tinkatuff Vullaby couldn't get a better core.
Especially with like Intimidate and stuff. Like,
Yeah, like Luxio's a decent intimidator, but
it's one of the best ones. Like, what's better? Like, the
Yeah.
Growlithe?
the ground weakness that it has is going to be really exploitable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Subbing out like Carcole, maybe Lilleep, maybe Stunky. Like some trades could make this
Petalil.
really high. Petalil, yeah,
Like,
there's no real like
yep.
synergy for Petalil right now. There's no huge reason
Yeah.
for it to be there.
Even Cyndaquil, I don't think has that much of a synergy.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe they're trying to go for like a diet fire mode, sun mode, with Carcole,
Maybe.
Cyndaquil, Petalil, but
Sunsetter.
it's just not quite there.
I don't know
What's the
what's
sunsetter?
setting sun.
Yeah,
Volibee maybe sets sun. I think.
it
That
can.
feels like a waste of what Vullaby's doing.
Yeah,
But
it
yeah,
could
it's,
be
Yeah.
it's not a waste of a move slot for it. Yeah.
I think it's
You'd
a
rather
waste
just
of a
click
roll
on
for it at that point.
Yeah. You want to click
Yeah.
something with it.
Because Vullaby kind of likes its 4 moves.
True,
Oh,
true,
yeah.
true.
So I would tend to say B minus B. Maybe
I'm
I'm
leaning a
fine with
little
I'm
more
fine with
towards
B minus personally.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
think B
super
minus.
sold on
With a
B.
B minus. Next up is our friend, I believe Deimos Deoxys is Lumeris.
It is.
Yeah.
Ooh, and I like this
Lumeris
a
got the
lot.
pre-own. Everyone
He
was
got-
very
he got
happy about it.
Yeah, he got it.
Honestly, I really like this team. I think there are some kind of duds. Mostly spend up.
No, I totally
Spinda and
disagree. I
Stricker.
think I think
Spinda
Spinda's
ain't that bad.
an
Spinda
amazing
got
tool.
Spinda got contrary because contrary is really good. It blocks intimidate. It has
What is
it
this?
actually has, it has contrary superpower, which is good. It has
It's
hype
okay.
stab hyper voice. Base 60
Yeah, it
across
has
the
the
board is
support
pretty
for it
good
as
for a
well.
Beamon, I think.
Like, it has
Yeah.
breathing right.
Oh, it's
Like, it
B.
has-
Okay, that yeah.
Impidimp has like screens and stuff. Foongus can rage powder and put stuff to sleep. Like, it has the support it needs to do that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So does Bronzor.
Yeah, I think both Brion and Arkin kind of have really good support from this. Growlithe with the Intimidate.
Meowth can take more stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like this team.
I mean, it just seems good. Like,
yeah.
it has
The thing it might be
everything.
missing is speed control.
I would tend to agree. I
Other
don't
than
know how much
Meowth
Icy
with-
Wind,
Yeah, Icy Wind, I guess, but
and I don't think it has a Tailwinder because Arkin is not a Tailwinder.
no, yeah, absolutely not.
Even if it has it, it's just not.
Central part of them is Icy Wind, but it's way too slow, really, to use it.
Yeah. I think the speed control is going to be an issue because everything's very middling, but I think Brion gets Icy Wind. I think Tentacle gets it as well.
Meowth.
Meowth definitely does.
Is
Oh, yeah,
Tentacle is Tentacle what tier do we put that in? Do we put it in B or C?
I
I
think
B,
it's,
think
assuming.
I think it's
Seems
C,
like a
I
Beamon.
think.
did I put the...
Tenta is in C.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be a little
Yeah,
bit.
I saw that. Whatever. I think
That's
it's. I think it
fine.
was B, but that whatever.
Yeah.
I think this is a really good team, personally.
Yeah.
Lumeris is really good.
I would say
I
A
played them
or
before.
A plus.
I would say
Not
A+.
A plus.
This
I,
is
Not A+.
I
the
think
same
it's lacking
problem.
the oomph to get A plus,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A.
but I
that's
think
good.
A.
Like the immediate threats
I think
being
it's a
spread
very
is
solid A and
easy.
a good contender for probably
The,
one of
the only thing is like
for the best
it's
team.
only two like really strong attackers are like off the bat are Brion and Archon, which can just like you can just wide guard and they don't do anything. So it's kind of a problem.
Arkin still has good single target.
Yeah, but like
Brion
it's not
doesn't
rock
like.
slide.
Yeah, wide guard. Looking at this team, like safety goggles, wide guard mons kind of eat this team alive.
I think Arch and Brave Bird is gonna do really, really well in Stone Edge.
Yeah,
Rock Slide, but
I would definitely say A, but
Yeah, it's
definitely
I'd
leaving
say
off the
A.
plus.
Yeah,
I think there
it's
are
A.
issues, but like defensive profile looks fantastic. I think your standalone mons are good. A little worried about some lacking synergy, but there's enough.
I'm also
For
noticing.
me, I
A
just
lot
to
of
kind
like
of.
a lot of the big weaknesses it has, Fungus can kind of solve with Rage Powder anyway. So like
Yeah,
it's weak to like
Fungus-
fighting electric and water, and that's just Fungus.
True.
I think the thing about tiering like these teams that I'd like to mention is I think A plus. What would make a team A plus would be like, how the heck did you manage to draft this team? Or there's a mod on this team that should have been banned. Like should not
did
even
we-
be in the tier.
Who did we
There was
give
there
A
was someone we
plus?
gave A+.
Who did we give A plus on Kadabra?
I don't think
Was
we
it
gave him
Crab
an A+.
Rollers?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah,
we
it was
gave him an A+?
Crab Rollers with. Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay. I might have missed that.
It was one team. Who was it, Lucan? If you don't
I
mind.
don't remember who it is, but I just pulled up the team. It's the
One of
Cottony,
them-
Ivysaur, Charmeleon, Drizzle.
It's the Crab
Yeah,
Rollers.
Oh yeah, I
yeah.
wasn't there.
Because
For
that
that.
team,
Yeah.
that team
That,
is
that baller Sun team that looks
is
insane.
super good.
Yeah, that's okay. So that's so.
That team's definitely better than
Indian
this one.
State team. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Like
So
I
we'll
would
just
I would
base
tend
on
to
that.
very much agree that team has the band thing or the thing that was underdone. Like
Like, how do
Cottony.
you get that? Like I had like
Cottony is.
Cottony's such a good round one, and then you get like Charmeleon like round 3. How do you do that?
Yeah.
I think Lumeris is probably an A.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
I'm
A.
cool with that.
It's a really good team, but it's not
It's
like
very much lacking that oomph factor, but fantastic A. Okay, I think we're on to LC Cincinnati.
Wonder who has this team?
Steven, I'm glad that you have enjoyed the video, by the way. Let's
I
see
don't
how
remember who has this team.
I can pull it up. I got it right here. That's why.
Wait,
that's
I'm
why I
looking
got
at this thing, and my team is not here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, who is LC Cincinnati?
Oh,
It's Penn's team, right?
No, it's
This
not
is
my.
your
Oh
team,
wait, this
right?
is my team, but it's on LC Cincinnati.
oh, my bad.
Oh, you must.
That's interesting.
I didn't change the name. My mistake. It was
Yeah.
really like while I was duplicating the page and adding all the pages, it was lagging like nuts. Is like
Wait,
I'm,
I don't even see Penn. Oh, am I just looking at the? I think I didn't go all the way to the right.
There it is. Yeah.
There it is.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I
just
didn't go
renamed
all
it.
the way to the right. Yeah.
Sorry about that, Pen. I was this like I said, it was lagging like crazy while I was
Yeah.
making this doc.
First look at this team.
I certainly struggled against it. And knows.
I do, that's true.
Duskull's really good. I mean, I think it's really good for
I think
C.
Duskull's a little bit clunky, is my.
Clunky.
Yeah.
Duskull, I think for C it's good though.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
very worried about this team being clunky because Cottony is obviously a very good Pokemon. I think some standout things that it enables are some strong things from Loudred and Pignite especially. But I think as Lucan just looked at, special attack.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Because the problem is, like, you got
Loud-
Charge Bug with you have Charge Bug with battery, which is great, but it's not really boosting a high special attack stat is the issue. That's the first impression that I had when I was prepping for
Yeah.
the team.
I think Pachi is good, but I'm also kind of struggling to look at a strong 2 Mons on the field.
I think Loudred is gonna hit pretty hard. I think it's a really
Yeah.
good Pokemon.
Yeah, I think Loudred and Pignite, 2 of those Mons that are very good with support, specifically speed boosting support, and Cottony does that well.
Yeah.
My thought is they're not fantastic on the field together, and I think this team has good ideas, and I think it is a good team. I think it's along that same line of how do you win in 4 turns? Because this is very much a tailwind team.
As somebody who did prep for this team, one thing that I would like to mention is the defensive profile is pretty good. It has
really
like,
good.
Yeah.
I looked at that. I'm like, wow, how did they do that? And it made it pretty hard to prep for because it was like, what do I bring against this team? It's so well rounded. There's not like any mons that I know I need to bring for these mons. It's not like blatantly obvious to me, and that was pretty hard.
Yeah.
I will say ground and rock being your weaknesses is rough, but it's doable.
Yeah.
I think at a minimum this is A-. I don't think it's at all going below that.
No, I think it's an A- team, maybe A.
Yeah.
I think the only thing is Charjabug's kind of a, and I will say, Pen, you didn't bring it in our matches, I don't think. At least I don't remember fighting it.
The problem with Charjabug against you was just like I didn't think I wanted to bring any special attackers at all. You didn't have any Intimidate, and like it was more like the mons that would be good wouldn't be stuff like Poplio or Special Lavender. I needed Physical Lavender for the Geodude, so
yeah, that makes sense.
And
I did have Intimidate. I had my
Did you?
Scraggy, yeah. Scraggy has Intimidate.
Yeah, just Scraggy.
Wait, doesn't Scrappy also bypass Intimidate or something?
Yeah, Scrappy does. Yeah.
Oh shit, that's good.
Yeah.
Scrappy's kind of nuts.
Yeah, Scrappy is very funny. I think this is an A- team, maybe A.
I think A-. I think, like I said, I really do think Charjabug is just a kind of not the greatest second S pick, but I don't really think that's enough to like really bring it down from A.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely A- for sure.
Yeah. I think also really comparing this to Lumaris, I think Lumaris' team is very, very much better. And I think this is a solid A-, but I'm trying to figure out some sort of like way to figure out A versus A-.
Duskull gets it's got the trick room. There's a lovely trick room team.
Yeah.
No massive hitters, but it's got some pretty good ones.
I think that's
Snubble,
that is probably the biggest problem.
Pig Knight's pretty good. Yeah, honestly, I think it's really like versatile between trick room and
Tailwind.
I can see A- either way, really.
Maybe A. I'm starting to lean A more, especially since I noticed the switching.
I'm looking at it. I'm just.
I mean, I got 2-0'd by it. I'm not gonna say it's a bad team.
You did lose game 1 on Chris.
If anything, it feels clunky.
You did my Duskull.
It really feels clunky, but if you can maneuver around the clunk, I think it's a good team. And I would still say A-, just because the clunk is going to be hard to maneuver around.
I'm cool with A-A. It's not a huge difference.
No.
Do you want to just move to the next one?
I think it's definitely a very good A-, but I would say A-.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have it down as A-? Okay.
Yes, sorry, I do have it down as A-. I started thinking of trying to make like a pretty version of our notes, like because I have all our grades, but they're just in like a text box. I wanted to see if I could make it look nice, but my computer can't handle recording and streaming and like.
If you want to work on making it pretty,
everything.
We can work on that later.
Sure. I was hoping to like show it at the end of the video because I'm probably not gonna post it anywhere. I'm thinking of just putting it at the end of the video and telling people like, oh, like go to this timestamp to see it.
No. That's fair.
But yeah. Yeah, I can't do it right now. So.
Okay. Later. San Antonio Espers.
I think that's decent. Just looking at it at a glance, it's like a decent Tailwind team.
Yeah. Like Growlithe Hisui under Tailwind is.
It's funny. Like surprisingly not that rock weak, especially since you have like the 3 fire types.
It's
like
it still only has 1 rock resist.
Yeah, but it's not.
And that's Crabrawler, who.
If you had Galarian Mask, I'm pretty sure he traded Galarian Mask for Unova Mask, but I don't understand.
Yeah, I think Galarian Mask is better.
No, I wonder why he did that.
Okay. Water weakness Do you know why he did that?
No.
It would have been so
Oh,
much better. Like you could even do Wandering Spirit Intimidate with Galar.
Yeah.
Did he
Yeah,
actually do it this way, or did he
No, he traded. He traded Galarian Mask for. Okay,
Weird.
my thought. He already has 2 water weaknesses unaccounted for,
Yeah.
and his only resistance is Gloom. So maybe it was to deal with that, but I
probably
still
was.
think that you could do something better, like switch out Cleffa or Milcery,
Clef and Milcery don't do anything. Like Clef is
or
fine.
even Carlia. Like Carlia is not doing a ton on this team.
The 3 fairy types. He's 4
I-
fairy types.
yeah.
What like?
Yeah, I think there's mons like Growlithe, Hisui, Morgrim,
How do you?
Crabrawler. I'd use Crabrawler. I think it's really cool. Fledgender's good without rocks being a problem, but there are the type. It's kind of like you'll see with my team where there's too much of one type and it's kind of not necessary.
Yeah, triple fire is kind of messing him up, and
Triple fire
I-
and triple fairy is ass.
It's
I'm
Yeah.
noticing a
It's
really
broken
great
as well.
sun mode, but no good setters as well.
yeah, like
Yeah.
as I was gonna say, triple fire would be really good if you had a sun mode, and gloom, chlorophyll, great in a sun mode. How are you making a sun mode work?
Yeah, like is Glamming
And-
a setter with 85 speed? That's like not gonna
Nah,
exactly work.
like,
Unless
you
it has
don't need
U-turn,
that.
maybe. Like I guess that's like a
It does have
bonus,
U-turn, I
but
Maybe
I
think-
it does.
I think this is a good maybe a B rank team.
BB
because-
plus.
Because the thing is we're seeing a team that has some cohesion with the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the sun,
with the
like,
sun mode, with the
thing, yeah.
screens mode,
But
with
it's like
Agreed.
it's like
Yeah.
almost there. A couple changes would do it, but it's like
It's
not
like-
there yet.
yeah.
If you have like a really good mon that just walls all the fire types, you're kind of just like.
Yeah,
what
that's
does
the
it
other
do
thing. Yeah.
offensively?
Honestly,
It,
like
it is still
what-
straight. It's still straight sun. So
what does this team do against a water type?
gloom,
Yeah.
I guess.
Terra
Gloom,
Grass.
Solar beam. Terra Grass.
Terra Grass,
Yeah.
Terra Blast, yay!
Yeah,
Yeah,
perfect idea.
Terra Grass is legal, baby. Let's go. Woohoo!
Yeah, like I really think this team is good, but I don't know what you're. I think a lot of things beat this.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
put that low mid B, B
Yeah.
minus B.
B.
Yeah.
Yeah, BB minus.
Big old B's.
I think B though.
Yeah.
I think it can definitely win games. Like
Yeah.
just off the good stuff.
B.
All right.
Okay,
Asian Dittos
Asian Dittos.
belonging to. I don't know who
Ditto.
the last one belonged to. The last one was Chunks.
One,
Now
yeah,
this is another Fave Boy,
Another
which
Fave
is-
Boy.
What's his?
This
What's
team
the other
looks-
name? They don't go by another Fave Boy.
It's Ditto.
Ditto.
Yeah, it's just Ditto in Discord.
That's right. That's right. I love.
He's one
Zora
and a half out of
Hizuri.
months.
I love
Dude,
Tandemaus.
This
This is
team
the best. It's gonna be
looks.
so annoying.
I really think this team is terrible.
What?
I don't
It's
know.
so annoying to play against. Like,
I think
Just-
this
just
team
so
fucking
you-
slaps.
Just so
I
you
know,
want, just so you
Legion.
guys know, I played against Ditto once and lost. Though I will say the reason I lost is because the Wobbuffet lived at 1% and I didn't prep for the team.
What is this team doing? Is my real
So
question.
what they did against
play
me
late.
was they put in they used Seal Parasong, trapped
Oh,
with
Phil has
Wobbuffet.
Parasong.
Oh
Okay, so
my
this is the
God,
Paris Trap
no.
team.
Yeah, so
Yes, yeah.
I was like, oh, I'll just kill the Wobbuffet, and I
like,
almost
no, you
did.
fuck.
It got to 1% and survived, and then I couldn't switch out my Mons, and both of
You-
them died to
You
Parasong.
can have Paris
Okay.
Trap with illusion. That's kind of that's annoying.
Oh. Yeah, this team looks weird. I will also say, Paris trapping with illusion, I don't know if that's something you can do.
It'll say you're trapped, but you can
Oh.
still switch out if you just try
Yeah,
it.
and then you can just cancel.
Yeah.
So I think that's
The
kind
thing
of a
is-
non-bow specifically
The
to
way
Showdown.
Showdown works is like it tells you you're trapped. You may be trapped, and you press the switch button, and then it either lets you or it doesn't.
Yeah. So
So-
I think this team my biggest issue with this team is I don't think it has a mode outside of Parish Trap.
Yeah.
And if you taunt the seal, or if you fake out the seal, or if you have super effective moves for Wobbuffet, or if you I don't know, like, do any number of things to fight against the Wobbuffet, you're not in any danger.
You have to be in such a good spot. Like, you can't do it off the bat because someone's just gonna anti-lead it or something.
Yeah.
And then you can't do it late game because, like, what's the point in the shadow tag at that point? You're just gonna bring
Yeah.
all of it.
Like, this
You don't even
team
have, like, a
looks
good way to set it
annoying,
up.
but, like, what even does damage on this team?
I think
Like,
No,
Crocolore?
Crocolore is 90, I guess.
one neat thing
Crocolore
with
and
Yeah,
Hisuian.
Crocolore-
set over Gothorita.
Okay,
Crocolore.
your highest attack stat is 60 on Zorua Hisui. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
leave that there.
Well, you do have population bomb with Tandemus though, so that kind of.
Yeah.
Does it get the move?
It does.
I
I
think
want to
so,
also
yeah.
chip in that one big thing about Tandem Mouse is that it has the fastest after you in the league. And
is it after you?
Crocolore Heat Waves off of
Well,
like
after you
Specs
trigger,
Heat Wave
actually.
off of Tandem Mouse Scarf after you.
It could
is, like,
after you
strong.
trick room on the Gothorita or something.
No, I don't think you
No,
can
you
after
don't.
you trick. It goes first in its
can,
priority
you can.
bracket.
I really don't.
No, I'm pretty sure after you makes you go immediately after, right?
I feel like it
The
would be
target
so
makes a move
popular.
right after the user. It's the immediate.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, we should look that up.
It works.
seen
I
it
used to see that
before.
on ADDM sometimes
Yeah,
to get
it
around
was
slower.
something like that.
I will say my view on this team because I played it is if you prep for it, it's
Yeah.
it's you can maybe beat it. It's not
If you
like
have-
it's not a huge
We do have
deal.
one sound.
I didn't prep for this team and I got crushed because
Yeah,
I didn't. I also didn't know what it was doing, but now
Yeah,
you
I-
know it's like it's a Paris
Yeah.
Trappers team,
I
which
don't
is
like.
which is cool. It's cool that they did
Be interesting
they
if
found
like,
a way to do
Paris
Paris
can
Trap.
actually like engine.
yeah.
or
I think
something.
it's cool that they
Something
tried
like
that.
But
But
my,
it's
like an
I
engine
just
that doesn't
really like if you have a ghost type or if you have prep against it, I just feel
You
like
just
this
run like
team
Shed
is-
Shell on something, or if you have a sound.
Yeah,
Pokemon
like
or
I
something.
said, if you prep for it, if you run Slit Shed Cell, it's not that bad. I did
Yeah.
do that, so that's why I lost. I had no idea what that's what they were doing. I prepped for your top 10 and I just wanted some practice.
Yeah. Also, keep in mind, Shadow Tag does not tap ghost types.
Yeah.
I was not aware of that actually.
Yeah, and so Terra Ghost has so much utility against this team.
Yeah.
It beats Tandemouse. It like
beats Fake Out.
I'm really
Yeah.
worried about this team's ability to function outside of the Paris Trap mode.
Yeah.
And to that end, I'm honestly saying C plus B minus.
I'm fine with C
Yeah.
plus.
I think.
I don't want to
Yeah.
put it. I'm fine with also B minus because I did lose to it. I feel really bad ranking it low because I lost to it. But I don't know. It's more that I'm a shitty player, and less so that the team is like insane, you know. But yeah.
Yeah.
Speedy's in live, by the way. Hi, Speedy. You're gonna see your
Oh,
team at
Speedy's
least.
here?
Yeah, Speedy and I are the two last teams in the
Oh,
in the team rating, which is gonna be great because you guys are gonna rip me apart and then say how good Speedy's team is. So that's pretty cool. I'll be alright with that. All right, we're cool with B minus here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Diabetic Dolphin is the greatest team name of all time.
it is. And then
And
the
the-
team itself is
I really like this team. Like this is the team I'd put in A plus, bro. I just
really.
think I think
I don't know.
Electric's like the best mon in the tier. I wanted it so bad. It fit my team so well.
Honestly, I like Electric. I like Abra. What is the rest of the team doing?
There's not a lot of synergy here. This is like good mons
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
This is Goodmon.draft.
And
And even
good
then,
defense profile. But it's VGC. So it's not
Yeah.
as always super duper important. That's like what they
Like,
have.
I don't like Diglett Alola. I honestly don't even like Hatena here because you don't have a
No
trick
Trick
room.
Room,
You don't really
yeah.
have a trick room mode. I don't like
There's no,
Bergmine.
like,
I don't like
Bergmine.
Azurill.
Wait, Coco, I guess.
Wait, Coco
59,
is
63 special attack. It's not ideal.
yeah. Fuecoco I also think is kind of eh.
You should have
So
Electric, which is okay in Trick Room, like in terms of speed.
Yeah.
because-
like looking at the good mons, looking at the mons that I think you would always run. Electric, Abra, Corvisquire,
Can we get away with
Yeah,
running
for-
Abra that much without
Mienfoo?
redirection?
Yanfu's goaded.
in
I don't know if you can
singles.
run. I don't know if you can run Abra.
It does have
without
fake out. I
redirection,
will say
though.
that. It has fake out.
Inner
It has
focus.
Reckless, yeah, it has fake out, inner focus, regenerate. The big reason it's good in singles is because it has regenerator along with U-turn, but that doesn't mean shit in doubles, obviously. But I think inner focus, fake out's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm just really worried. Like, Electric Abra, even Mienfoo. I think those 3 Pokemon are fantastic. The other 8.
Yeah, there's also. I think this is a good like Tailwind Trick Room team. I don't think it's A+. I was a little.
His Tedders are good enough for Tailwinds, though.
Yeah,
I don't even think it's A-.
Corvusquire has.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
77 base speed.
Guys, I don't even think it's A. I think this is like B minus here.
I think this is B plus-ish. Like, obviously, Electric Abra Mienfoo are good. And I think those Mons, if they were with a better 8 Pokemon, I think this would be A+. But Ferroseed is awkward. Corvusquire is awkward. Finneon... I don't see what Finneon's doing outside of clicking Tailwind.
It's Storm Drain, just something.
But you're not water weak.
Yeah, there's no... And also the thing is that...
Your water weaknesses are Quakecoco and Diglett.
Storm Drain also doesn't do anything because none of these other Mons are going to be using Surf. Like, it doesn't help it at all.
Yeah.
And then Azurill, Bergmite, Diglett, Alola are all very meh. And Hatenna's good on a Trick Room team, which this isn't.
Yeah, you can't run a Trick Room team and have, like, Finneon, Corvusquire, Diglett, Aber on it.
Yeah. Like,
if you want
I think this team is just so anti-synergy, and you have 3 fantastic Pokemon and nothing else. Yeah. If this was a Bring 3, I think you would be goated. But this is Bring 4. And I don't know if you have a good 4th Pokemon, which is an awful situation to be in.
Yeah.
I was already really down on teams that barely had 6 good Pokemon. I think this team struggles to have a good team of 6.
Yeah, I want to say that Sundays is a really good player, and they're very good at drafting, but they're new to Evo League. And I think if these Pokemon were all like boosted up to like their NFE / fully evolved forms, it would be a good draft, because in big draft, it's important to like have that defensive like synergy, and it's not as like offensive and like get in your damage before the other person can kill you as Evo League is.
Oh,
and
like if this was Ferrothorn, Corviknight, Mienshao, Alakazam,
it'd have a Azumarill as well.
Yeah, like Azumarill and like Skeledirge and
isn't like Avila be okay then? Like,
and the evolution of Hatenna that I can't think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, it would be a fantastic draft if that was like.
Like I think Ferroseed does nothing, right?
Yeah, like
Gyro Ball is almost always going to be like 150 base power, which is kind of nice.
I don't think this is that bad. I don't think this is like a B- team, but
I think
you guys are convincing me. I think it's a B, yeah. Because look, its defensive profile is awesome. But I do agree that a lot. I'm looking at these Mons, and I'm pretty surprised that this is the draft that it ended up happening. But
yeah,
and I will say, Sundays in their defense, they basically drafted these 3 Mons and then had to they couldn't draft anymore after that.
That's true.
These were all makeup picks. I'm realizing that now because I'm like, you guys are saying they're such a good player, and I'm like, that is weird that they drafted these because you said they were so top heavy, and that I remembered. So I think they should definitely get a pass there, but. Obviously, we're rating the team in a vacuum. We're not really bashing the player at all in the decisions that they made. We're just looking at the team, and that's it. So in that case, I think it's a B.
I think this team is just so top heavy that I can't really go higher than a B. That top is fantastic. Yeah, but
you're gonna win games off those 3 alone, but you're not gonna win consistently.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think that's a B. I think it's B.
Honestly. What facilitates Abra to work?
That's what I was thinking.
There's no follow me.
There's nothing there.
Yeah, there's no follow me. There's no Rage Powder. I'd honestly go B-.
You'd have to rely on protect.
I'm not
and
gonna
having
lose
the
sleep
anti
over
electric
B
do the
minus.
job
I'm
for
fine with
it.
that. I just cannot imagine this going below B. Then I'd be
Yeah.
mad, but B minus is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's do, guys. We have 3 more. Y'all have been. Thank you guys for joining me. This has been fantastic so far.
Welcome.
Yeah, it's been
And the
a great
viewers
time.
as well. We do have viewers as well,
Yeah.
which is really I'm very grateful for.
I was looking back on
Thanks for
I was
being
looking
here,
back
guys.
on the first ranking we did, and oh god, dude, I was like, I just said a whole lot of nothing that whole fucking video. But I think I had some good points in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
All right,
It was
we're
fun
on
to join.
Genesex. I'm gonna be right back. Genesex is my week 1, so I'm not gonna discuss them.
Oh, I feel like you
Okay.
should. I feel like that's
Yeah.
the
Yeah, I
whole
think
point.
you guys
I
can
don't-
input them.
I have opinions on their team, and I don't really want to say them.
Oh, I get it. You don't want to say like what you think is like good and bad because
Yeah.
then they know.
Yeah,
Makes
just
sense.
They do. They
you
do
guys
have
are
the
probably
best
just
name
gonna
in the
say what
draft.
I'm saying anyway, but I prefer not to say anything.
Yeah.
I think their name is the best in the draft. So I think they should get some points for that.
Yeah, no, I did
True.
say that to Luke before the video started. Jet said Genesex is sick. I love that.
Yeah.
It rolls off the tongue so well.
Automatic
Love you
S.
Yeah.
Automatic guess, true. They
Yeah.
also do have a really good D pick. I think Chargadet's pretty good in D. I think it's
Yeah,
some it's some
just flash fire. Is just
Yeah.
Okay. Honestly,
Rock Week big. Rock Week big.
I don't. Yeah, Rock Week big, and I don't know that there's like.
There's not really anything to even handle it. Like
I really don't like this team. Like I think it struggles from what a lot of the other teams are struggling with. That is, it's in theory very good defensively outside of the rock weakness, but the only mons that do things are like Lanoon and Dustox.
Yeah. Everything else is so exploitable. Like, even,
Boldor
like,
is really strong.
but it's so.
With Sand Force
But it has 40 speed F. Like, it's not.
and 20 speed.
It's
It's-
not
but
outspeeding
70
anything. It's not
HP.
living anything.
Even
that's not-
then, like
how
it's
much
it's
HP
getting
does, like,
it off a rock slide, but
Steelix have? Like,
Pikachu's good. It has fake out, but
Pikachu. Speedy just said Pikachu is really good in chat.
yeah, I was
it's
going
90
off of what
speed, which is
Speedy
nice,
said.
but it's
yeah.
not hitting hard.
Yeah.
Like, Voltec about hits decently, okay.
Yeah.
Pen, I can't really hear you. Is there anything that you'd be able to do to like potentially speak close to the mic or anything like that?
Let me check.
I also know it's really late where you are, so like, I know you
Is
gotta like.
that better?
Yeah.
I think so.
Like,
I don't-
man, this is.
Yeah, I think it's. I also wish that with Pikachu,
Clunky.
I wish it was like, it's clunky, yeah, because it's like frail,
Like, Volt
fake
Switch
out.
and that too. Like, all you have
Yeah.
for pivoting is Volt Switch as well.
I think every mon
sure.
in this team is clunky.
Linoon is nice, but like you need to get it out, like a bit, and you've nothing
Yeah.
to go into.
Like, Linoon is nice, but it's eh. Boldor is strong, but it's slow and frail on the special side. Pikachu has fake out, but
Dustox
Eh.
has Tailwind, I guess, which is nice.
yeah, but what are you tailwinding?
Like Print Pop, I guess. It's pretty nice. But, it's not that hitting that hard.
It's
Honestly,
81.
Yeah,
81 special attack's not terrible. Like Hydro
it's
Pump.
not, but what move is it using?
Hydro Pump.
Like, Hydro Pump, I guess. But that's like the other move hot. Again, like does it get Icy Wind? But if you're running Tailwind, you're not running Icy Wind anyway.
Yeah,
I think Linen is also
Print
just a really good all-around mon. I think it's got like great coverage if I remember correctly. It's like
yeah,
Why
but
is Marini,
without
though?
without clicking stream speed, your buttons don't do much damage.
Yeah.
I would. The only thing I'll say is Prinplup is really good. Do not say Prinplup's bad. That mon is ridiculous.
I don't think
So
Prinplup's
good.
bad, but I think Prinplup is clunky here.
You know what it's gonna do is the thing. Yeah, like it has a pretty shallow move pool, but you know Defiant's not bad.
What does Marini do? Like,
But it's a special
fire.
attacker.
Yeah, but you can run it mixed. You know, 66 attack with a free attack boost. Like that's now 81 attack. That's not 81. What the fuck? Like 90 something attack. That's pretty good if you
What's its
get the
Depends on
Timmy.
EVs.
Yeah, it depends
Yeah.
on EVs.
I think I think it's versatile. What is Cricketune gonna do? Let's see. Let's look at the Cricketune.
I yeah, I think yeah. I don't know that there's
Oh my
an
God.
answer for that. Like
It's Parasong. It's
Heal
fucking Parasong.
Bell, Parasong,
Yeah,
knockoff.
Parasong with what trapper?
That's a great question.
Infestation, Dustox, and Cricketune.
No.
Yeah, no.
Infestation Marini, that's a genius idea.
Oh my god, Infestation Marini, that's definitely good.
String
Yeah.
Shot's actually not bad, but it's not fast enough to really use it.
Oh yeah, String Shot is a move that is, yeah.
It's slightly usable. It's like
Yeah.
Tailwind.
Technician,
No.
Struggle Bug, Stab is kind of nice.
No,
It's Tailwind if it could miss.
That is.
It's very easy.
Becomes 75 base power spread move.
Bug.
Bug.
It's also
Stab.
off 55. Okay, the one thing I will say, Luke, from what I've been looking at all the teams, pretty much every team has had a built-in like insane bug resist. Like every team has like
There's been like
no
4
issues
teams that have
dealing with
bug
bugs
that have
with bug
one
stab.
mon
That is
weak to
something else
bug.
I've noticed. Yeah.
There's not enough mons that are even weak to bug for it to really be useful.
Yeah, exactly.
And like neutrality to bug is not even like resisting bug is probably more common than neutrality.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like this team itself is weak to. It's like not -4 to bug. Like it just happens naturally. That's the problem with
Yeah.
bug type in this meta, from what I can tell.
You don't even need to think
I
about it
really
at all.
think, like, I don't know. I really don't like this team. I think it's just so clunky. And yes, it can win games, but your positioning to win those games is going to be
You have to make so many
so
reads,
weird.
well. Like, you have to make such good reads, I think, to just win the game. Like, especially with Little New, you have to guess protect so much. with his
Yeah.
speed.
like
I
I
guess-
think you're just in a very weird spot to go for winning games.
I won't. What do you guys think it's gonna be ranked? Then I'll say what I
B
think.
minus.
B minus C
Yeah,
plus.
B- B
Oh,
minus
yeah, that's what I
already.
thought. That's what
Yeah.
I thought. Did you
I
guys
would
talk about
I would
the rock weakness?
honestly.
Did you guys talk
Yeah,
about that?
that was the first
Yeah.
thing we said.
I was very happy when I saw that.
Yeah, honestly, I would maybe go more towards C plus. I think it's
I agree.
I
Clunk
will
is
reveal
just-
very briefly. Hopefully they miss it. I thought this team was not that good, and if I lose to it, then that's just because I'm dog shit. As a player.
was about
No,
what I
that
thought your
also mean
opinion
that they're
was.
good.
Yeah.
That could also mean that they're a good player. You never know.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Luke, if I'm
Yeah.
a bad
It's gonna be
player,
more on the
I'm
player. Like, you're
implying
not
that they're a
winning any
good
matchups
player
with this.
compared to me.
Like, that's
what I'm
Okay.
saying.
You can't rely on you being better than your opponent. You have to have, like, a
No.
decent base.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll see how it
we're gonna
does.
go
C plus.
to Moss Deep Marsh Chomps, which
Who's
That's
this?
me, baby.
that's
Tear me
you.
apart. I can't wait to be told how bad this team is because I don't like how it turned out. In all things
Okay.
considered, I did the best I could.
Okay, so
It is a lot different from when I played against it.
yeah. Honestly, I think there are a lot of weird things on this team.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. I obviously
Both
like
different
the
centric.
Marsh Chomp Shinotic Scraggy shenanigans is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also want
And-
to say that I think. Sorry to interrupt. I feel like I kind of liked it pre-trades.
Yeah.
Maybe because I think
I
we
think
lost a lot of really awesome Pokemon. Like, oh, who did we lose? Skiploom. Bob, what did you switch out for Skiploom?
So originally I had Snover and Skiploom. I had Geodude. I know I used Geodude. I thought Geodude was
Yeah,
Flaffy.
You swap between Geodude and Alolan
Flaffy.
Geodude a lot.
Flaffy was. I had Flaffy. I didn't even like. I got rid of Flaffy for Cranidos, I think.
Yeah.
I think Geodude
Um,
Flaffy was cool, but
No,
Hmm.
Geodude was C. Flaffy
Thing
was
about
B. I had
Geodude
something else.
Flaffy is, like,
You had
it's just-
Blipbug
you
instead
need
of
to have it
Hoothoot.
enough.
You had Mareep instead of Wait, what did Shinx become? Shinx
Snover.
became Snover. Yeah. Which okay.
If I had to go back,
Larvesta became
I kept switching between.
Larvesta
like,
became Cranidos.
Basically, yeah. It was Larvesta, then Numel, then Cranidos.
It was Larvesta, then Numel, then Flaffy, then Cranidos.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. That's what it was. Yeah.
I did like. the Flaffy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's still good though. I'm like,
I think defensively it has problems. Are the main thing.
oh,
Yeah.
ice and flying.
Like the flying. is
Yeah, the
huge.
flying and the ice only have one resist,
And no fairy resist at all. Like you can just click D-Lane
Yeah.
for free.
and the ice resist being Slowpoke and the flying resist being Cranidos is
And Speedy Age
Battle
mentioned that
Field.
4 grass types doesn't super help with
Yes.
coverage and stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is the one problem with the team. I have 4 grass types. Yep.
Yeah.
It's dog shit. It's terrible. I know. I don't know how the
Hey,
fuck I
No,
managed to make
Jimmy,
that.
settle down.
I
Oh,
think if you, the
I'm,
Snowbird
guys,
doesn't
I'm
get
kidding. It's fine. I'm
okay,
laughing at it.
okay.
The
It's,
Snowbird
couldn't
it's
tell.
my own fault.
Okay, like
Snowbird doesn't
I-
get
okay.
Aurora Veil?
Marshtomp, Shiinotic, Scraggy, I think is good. The tail, like the Trick Room setup for Porygon, I think is good. The Tailwind option on Skiploom, I think is good. But I think the abusers of the Tailwind, like Cranidos abuses Tailwind very well. But Cranidos kind of has a hard time existing in general.
I think
I mean, like,
Kratos
you
is
could
doing
get
a
like
great tool.
Protect Tailwind
I also
up,
see
and then you have Sleep
Nightblade
Powder
saying
support
this is
for it,
dope.
which is nice.
Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
I
So,
think you need the Cranidos feels like you kind of need Sash on it a lot of times. You no redirection other than Skiploom.
I heard
And I feel like
I
you
heard a
put into
subscription
your-
sound. I didn't catch what it was. Was that Nightblade?
Probably.
Thank you for subscribing. Oh, I see it. Thanks for being here, Nightblade. I appreciate it. We're almost done. This is the second to last team. Sorry to interrupt
Yep.
you guys. The rest
And then
of
I
you
get
guys.
to go eat food.
Yeah. I'm actually so hungry too. But yeah,
Yeah.
so we're gonna eat after this. After we show all
yeah,
the.
I ate at noon. I haven't eaten in 10 hours.
wow.
LFG.
Oh,
Oh,
that's the best swimmer. Nightblade is a swimmer.
Yeah.
Swimmer guy. Welcome,
Yeah.
swimmer.
We did yours at some point.
Pretty early
Yeah, it
on
was-
because
Yeah.
Kadabra we did
It was
first.
not. That was in Kadabra.
Okay, sorry.
Like
to distracted from this.
I
It's
like the
not
team.
even- yeah, I think the team would be a
but
lot
I-
better. But
I think this is probably BB plus area.
Yeah.
Looking at it.
I think B plus is being generous. I think the 4 grass types is dog shit.
I have
think
3 grass types. I
yeah,
think.
well, I think the
Are
main
there any
thing.
grass types?
I think the mons I got are all really good. I think for especially the team I'm kind of running like a weird like
No, I only.
hodgepodge tailwind trick room. The problem is like I don't really think I need Pumpkaboo. I think Pumpkaboo is super like I don't need it, but I
Yeah.
don't know what to get instead.
We can,
I
let's
don't
look
know.
at that.
Jace would be terrible, or like Marie.
I think so many of the mons feel like they just don't come a lot of the time. Like you're bringing
Yeah.
Marshtomp, Shiinotic, Scraggy, Porygon, Skiploom, Cranidos most games.
Yeah. Which I think is a good set, but
I
feel
think
like
think
no-
you're-
Snover's. I think
you're running
Snover and
that.
Skiploom's good. I think in some cases, if I feel like
honestly, I don't like
Snover
Snover.
without Veil seems like
I
so
do.
bad.
Snover
You're
has
just saying hail
Snow
for no
Warning
reason.
Blizzard, man. It's sick. And it's in C. It was a C mon.
And
Yeah, well, I
60
think it's
special
good for
attack.
C.
It's like you're freeze fishing at that point.
Which is
Yeah.
helpful.
Man,
I
I
mean,
think
freeze fishing is good.
I think
62 Spatak though.
but that's
It's
good
not really
for
strong
that's
for
good for
spread
C.
moves.
And I think perfectly accurate Blizzard's pretty good. And also Snore Warning. I mean, that doesn't really matter. But Hail.
But the
Hail
issue
doesn't do
is, and it's snow. But the thing is, like the fact that
Yeah.
it's C, isn't really like important. Is kind of what I'm gonna say. Like, it's a mon on your team.
Yeah, like after the draft, it's like more about how it performs. I do think it's a
Yeah.
good mon. It has +1 defense all the time, almost all the time.
If you had a
And-
Yeah.
Aurora Veil, like oh my god, it would actually do something.
Yeah,
I feel like you
I'm
could set up
just
Veil with it, and then you could actually.
I
threaten
personally
stuff.
think it's a B plus team. Could be higher if I had not Pumpkaboo.
I'm looking at B,
think
maybe
around
B minus, because I'm just worried that this is like easily draftable against. But
Another thing I'm
Shiinotic,
noticing.
Scraggy, Marshtomp is
There's
really
just
strong.
some very good
Also,
threat.
Porygon's really good. I'm fine
Yeah.
with B. I think B with the
I think
mons I
B's
have.
fine.
in the
Gang,
lower
there's no fairy resist. There's no
Yeah, that's
fairy
a-
resist, which is
Especially with
Yeah.
Scraggy, that's a big problem.
Like no fairy resist, 1 ice resist, 1 flying resist.
I will say
And-
that the flying resist doesn't matter as much, and fairy is super rare as a type. Like, not the-
D-Gleam. D-Gleam is
Yeah,
such a
D-Gleam
good
is-
move.
but it's not like stab Geekling though. Like it's like secondary
Terra, there's
Geekling on
Terra.
mons.
D-Gleam.
Hey, oh yeah, Terra,
Like Cottonee has like
Terra.
37 special attack, and it was doing like 30% everything in your team. Like it's
Yeah.
not a weak move.
Yeah, I really think this is B, but not higher and
If-
maybe slightly lower.
If you scrap 2 grass types, it'll be really fantastic.
Yeah, I definitely don't think it's A at all.
Yeah.
That's not.
I think
go
I
B.
think
I-
you
I'm
scrap
fine with
Pumpkaboo. I think you
think
scrap
I-
Pumpkaboo, but Skiplimp's such a good Cmon, dude.
Yeah,
Skipping is
I
cool.
thought personally, I thought you guys were gonna say it was B minus, so I'm not really sure why I'm trying to argue B plus.
Yeah.
I'm happy it's B. Let's just move on.
Yeah, I think B's fine.
Yeah. Last team,
Like
guys.
Speedy.
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 What does Palmo do? Is the first question I have, 'cause I haven't seen that mon yet.
It's bulky, to be fair.
Yeah,
That's- yeah.
honestly, this team looks.
I think it looks nice. I like it.
I really don't.
It's just like a lot of mons together.
Yeah, this really looks like 11 Pokemon.
That's
Drowsy's only like good
Speedy.
at Trick Room stuff is the
Shiloh,
problem.
they're
I feel like
all
your
11
Trick Room-
Pokemon.
Yeah,
I feel like
but
Everything does.
okay. Do you get what I mean though? By this looks
I
like,
know
what
what you mean,
like
yeah.
a group. This seriously just looks like a group of 11 Pokemon.
if you could
Ivysaur is a
randomly
good
pick one.
mon, but it's good off of Chlorophyll.
Does
Pomo,
Palmo get Revival Blessing?
no. Like
It
Pomo
doesn't. Yeah.
is so not bulky. 60 40 40 off of like, and its stats outside of that, like those stats do not look like a Pokemon that has 350 BST.
Yeah.
It has. So let me look. It has good speed and good attack, but I don't know.
I think
Yeah.
it's versatile.
It has a
'cause
usable
remember
special attack stat,
remember that
but I
investment
don't know.
means a lot, and you can run all
Yeah.
sorts of different things on that.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Good
Just get
abilities.
like wish stuff. It's not terrible. If it wants to stick around, it can
I'd
stick around,
say
it's not ideal.
honestly 2 good abilities. Maybe
Yeah.
not even 2, because
Natural
Volt
Cure is
Absorb is not doing any favors.
Iron Fist
Natural
without
Cure
Double
is-
Shock really doesn't even do anything. Like,
Yeah.
Or what, like Drain Punch?
Yeah.
Does it get
I'm-
Mach Punch?
I don't think so. I don't think Palma does.
Gets
Uh,
Thunder Punch and Mach Punch.
What does?
So Thunder Punch
It's-
becomes 90 base power.
It's not
Drain Punch?
bad.
It doesn't get Drain Punch. What?
Yeah.
That's
Like-
tragic.
I think this is one of those teams where I don't see a lot of synergy as well.
Like,
That is something I agree
I think Drowsy's such a good mon if you have a hard Trick Room team or something, but there's just nothing there.
yeah,
Like,
the Omanite as a Trick Room abuser.
Oh.
Let's go.
Wochu's okay. Like, it's got
Kinda
really nice
weird.
coverage, 70 attack, but like, that's it.
Yeah. Does Omanite, is it banned with
No, it can run Shell
Shell.
Smash.
It can, but it's also like it can run Trick Room really well too with 35.
I guess.
But the thing is, you're
It's
literally
only as hazards
only
and Shell
running
Smash. You're
Omanite
not
as
running
a
hazards.
Trick Room abuser. There's nothing else.
I
You could
think
run like
that
Meteor Beam on
Kocho
Omanite.
is okay.
70 attack?
It's not terrible.
It's
You
not
can get
terrible.
Terra Normal.
It's hitting
like,
anything. It's hitting basically everything for super
Facade,
effective. Like, to be fair, that's really good coverage.
True. I'm just really worried about this team. Like,
Yeah.
what does
Prankster
this
Tailwind
team
would do this team so good. Like, if it had like Prankster Tailwind or something, it would be like much better. But just
Yeah.
feel like there's no mode for it to have. It's just kind of putting mons on the field and hoping it works.
Yeah. I think this would be a good singles team,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's true.
but not a good double team. Like
Yeah.
Mastiff is intimidates, interesting, but this team doesn't have the factor, and it doesn't have the synergy, and it doesn't have the individually strong mons.
Like, Trumby cannot be your strongest mon. Like, you can't get away with that.
No.
Like, offensively.
I think it does hit really hard. Like I know 85
But,
attack
like,
isn't super high, but Brave Bird and Double Edge hit like really hard with it.
Like,
and it
taking
gets
so much
Bullet
recoil
Seed.
from that. You don't have any support for
It's
it, though.
going-
Like, there's nothing there that's gonna help it, like, stick
Yeah.
around.
Feebas, I could
Like,
see Feebas.
when your
icy
when your
wouldn't be a
second
thing.
when your second fastest Pokemon is Feebas, you've fucked up something if you're not going Trick Room.
Feebas is 80. It's pretty like it's pretty normal for that to be one of the fastest
Wait,
mons.
what the
Yeah,
hell?
but
Feebas has terrible stats. What the fuck? Oh, that's a Digimon though, right?
that's
Yeah.
a feedback.
Yeah.
What did you think was gonna
What
happen?
the fuck is that shit? I mean, they're probably doing it for the meme, and I respect that. But like, wow, that mon is actually does nothing. It dies in one
Adaptability
hit and it does
Feebas.
nothing.
Wait, it has
Adaptability
adaptability?
Feebas off 10 special attack. Holy
No
shit.
way.
I mean,
think about
I did tell Speedy like I considered most of the Demons to be like funny meme mons to put on your team, but if he's actually
It has
considering
15
ever putting
attacks
this on a
though.
team, like
Can waterfall
Yeah.
and it's off of 15 attack. That's huge.
I think it's gonna be
Let's
Icy
go.
Wind and like it could
I guess
set
Icy.
Rain for Ammonite. Okay, that's
There's
I'm not gonna die on this hill,
14
but
better-
basically I just
Yeah.
Luke, I hate to
better
say it,
Pokemon.
I hate to say it, my friend, but like that, I know you're trying to be nice because Speedy's a good dude, but like, Feebas is literally one of the worst
Yeah.
mons I've seen on this list so far. this thing
Honestly-
actually does nothing, and dies in
On-
one hit.
yeah. I'm honestly looking at this team as CC plus. Sadly, like
As much as I enjoy Speedy, he helped a lot with ranking. So I am biased. I'd say
Yeah.
C plus as well, maybe C
Yeah.
plus.
I think
Because
Like-
I looked at Pommel, I'm like, man, this mod is garbage. Like, it's just, I
Yeah.
hate. It's just, it is at the end of the day. It should have been an S in the first place.
So
But,
much
yeah.
for this team.
Like,
Ivysaur and
thi-
Trumbeak need to literally do everything.
like this is you're making
Yeah.
Trumbeak do so much. You're making
Mm.
Ivysaur do so much, and honestly, you're making Mischief do a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Like this team just is so like it's clunky. It lacks
It's got
all
the-
of the elements of a good team.
It's, no, okay, that's excessive.
I don't think it is.
I think it's
there's
not- Even if it's like I don't think it's true, but just in general, like that's not like we're not being like ruthless. Like,
Oh no,
critics here.
no,
We're all,
I mean it more as like it doesn't have the factor that it probably needs. It doesn't have the individually really strong Pokemon like it needs, and
Mhm.
it doesn't have the synergy like it would need
okay.
to make a good VGC team.
Yes, I think this is
I
another.
don't think it's bad off of that, but I think it's a very mediocre team
Yeah.
that struggles compared to other mediocre teams because it just doesn't have anything going.
Okay. I think it reminds me of, do you remember what we were talking about with what I brought up with Sunday's team? Like it with fully evolved versions, it's very like it hits a
Yeah.
lot of bases, but in
don't
Evo
know if
League
it
it might
is-
just not
I don't know
have
if
like
this
that tie
one,
together. It might not have that
like-
oomph like you said.
Yeah.
Sure.
I feel like it would still be missing stuff even if it was overly evolved. I don't
Yeah.
think they changed that much.
Like I'm really looking at just the C here.
I'm cool with C. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna argue about C minus because
I
the
think
more I
it's
look
C
at this
plus
team,
because
the
it
more
has
I'm
some like individually okay
Yeah.
Pokemon. It's not like a completely nothing.
I don't even know that it's like individually okay
Yeah,
Pokemon.
the-
'cause,
It's got,
Yeah.
like,
like Togepi's garbage. I hate that mod.
like
Drowsy is.
Togepi-
I know you guys are gassing out Drowsy, but compared to like, I don't know.
But Drowsy only works
I
if
think
it's
Pumpkin's a
Trick Room,
better
it doesn't do
setter,
anything
though.
else.
I like
Yeah.
Pumpkin a lot as a
I
setter.
think I'm gassing out Drowsy because it's a good Trick Room setter. This isn't a Trick Room team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's yeah. It's either way. It's not like it's not Trick Room teams. Doesn't really matter what it is. I think we'll see how it does, but I'm fine with C. I'm not gonna
Yeah, I'm okay
freak
with
out
C.
about C.
Yeah.
C.
I
C
don't-
plus.
I don't think it's a D tier team because
Yeah, it's definitely not deep.
there
Fuck no, it's not deep,
there
it's
are
not.
good Pokemon here.
Yeah.
At a minimum, I don't think a team with Ivysaur and Tailwind and Intimidate can be a bad team.
Yeah.
I just think it's very it's not impressive and it doesn't do much. So I would very much tend to say C.
Let's do C.
Yeah.
All right, I've got the results here, and I've got these results. I unfortunately don't have it prettied up because I wasn't able to get that to happen. But
I hate to tell you, Luke, but as long as your face is next to the results, they'll look really pretty. Don't worry about it.
Jimmy.
Wow. You're just like gassing this man up.
Oh my
Wow.
god. Tempo risen him up. Oh my god.
I don't go by tempo anymore. It's just bopped in here. I
Oh,
changed
that's
my
right. Yeah,
name
you're
because
not part of
the other-
Tempo anymore, right?
The other tempo kept getting fucking pinged, so I changed my name in here.
That's funny.
Yeah, Bob
Hell
fucking
yeah,
risen
C
him up.
plus.
Alright,
I'm
guys.
sorry, Speedy. I
No,
really tried.
I
Oh,
try
did
to
Speedy
make-
say super?
wait, didn't we put you as a C though?
Yeah. Oh god, I feel so bad. I'm biased, man. Speedy's a good dude. He helped a lot with ranking.
Yeah.
Without him, I literally was speaking into nothingness, and then there was Speedy. Like, yeah, that's not bad.
All right,
Oh,
That
I'm
yeah.
should
gonna
probably
reveal.
stand.
This is the reveal.
Reveal.
Where's the grand
I
reveal?
Let's
used
go.
to it, dude. Hey, my team was B. All right, it's not like I'm doing that good either, man. You know how it is.
Oh, okay. So we still have to go back and look at Pacific Lot. We still have to go back and look at Lucan's team and figure out what we were gonna do with it.
No,
Yeah.
you guys decided B. You guys decided B plus. I put A minus because I thought it was A minus.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Speedy. I'm sorry.
Hey, I will take second best team in my league.
Yeah, you definitely were an A ranked team. All of these rankings, I liked how all these rankings were like super like not biased at all. I don't think.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I think we
Which
did
is
a pretty
cool
good
as
job
fuck. I like that.
here. Yeah, and
At the end of the day, man, yeah, it's up for fun Pokemon League. We're
I think
just
I'm
doing
gonna
this
go
for fun.
back eventually and do some timestamps. You are not worst in your league. You are tied with Orange Islanders, Speedy.
Yeah.
You guys are.
Honestly,
And
I
Genesect
would
is like
argue that
is
you
like
are.
the same type of thing, and it has a
Yeah.
lot to do with execution too. I think.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
why
go
did-
and put in some timestamps later. I don't think I'm gonna do it tonight. I'm pretty tired. I have to eat dinner. And
Yeah, I want to
shit like
go.
that.
I want to go play Xbox. So
And-
I'm
Oh.
cool with leaving.
And
here.
also, for everyone that sees this, keep in mind you have 5 trades.
That's true.
You have 10 trades, actually.
We tried to give at least a little bit of advice on like what was bad. So
Hmm.
if you think your team could be better with
Where
some
could
trades,
improve?
do said trades.
Yeah, and a lot of the time we did say, yeah, this team's actually not bad. It just has some mons that are completely useless. Get rid
Yeah, I
of those
think a
mons
lot
and
of
you'll be fine. Like I think
A lot of
we
these
this was
are small
basically free
problems.
coaching for pretty much everybody in the league.
That's
So
true.
Free
True. If
unsolicited.
if you don't like
coaching.
the way we talked about your team, like, hey, would you rather say nothing and just have your team remain the way it is? Like, I don't know. That's my take on it, at least.
I'm big on like I don't want to shove these ratings in people's faces because it's not solicited. It's unsolicited advice. Here.
Advice, yeah.
Like we're doing
100%,
this
yeah.
for the people who
This is
want to
just
see
for
it.
people
But like
that
if
just-
somebody doesn't care, like that should be important.
Yeah, we're not gonna like have this on display like in the server, like. top
Okay,
list, yeah.
actually, small small change. Chunks has changed their team.
Entirely.
Oh yeah, they did pretty much.
Yeah,
completely change their team.
they did 3
Do you guys want to look at it?
sure.
Yeah, sure.
F it. Why
I did.
not?
I'm cool with that. I saw Curly
Yeah,
as Sandile, which is really good.
Yeah.
Very good trade.
What is he? San
Very good
Antonio
trade.
Espers?
Sandals are still in this.
Which
still
one
there?
is Chunks?
I believe
don't
it's San
remember.
Antonio Espers.
Yeah, it's Espers.
Oh, they picked up their mascot. Nice.
Cleffa becomes Deerling.
Deerling's kind of crazy.
Curly
They also got rid of the They got rid of the Cleffa. I can't believe they got rid of the Yamask, man. That's
Oh
fine.
no.
I think Esper's decent. Infiltrator's good if they're fighting us. Well, they are.
Oh,
the
what was
strongest
your
team.
problem with this team again?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, I guess.
Wait, where even are they?
They're in Haunter.
Haunter,
Oh, they're
San
in
Antonio
Haunter.
Espers.
Did I just like miss them while going through Haunter Sheet? Am I just stupid?
I don't know, man, but they're right
I'm-
to the
I'm
left of
blind.
Asian Dittos and
blind.
Diabetic Donphans.
Cool.
Alright, I gotta take a step back again. Let's see.
What did
Sun
we have them
mode
at?
that is sort of there. 2 chlorophyll mons.
Yeah, but I
Just
I
doing
still think
hip
you're
I don't know what the
lacking
second
the
chlorophyll
sun
mod does.
setters.
I think the
Yes.
setter's the real problem.
Yeah. Esper. What was it? Esper instead of Yamask.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. Esper. I don't know what Esper does all that much, but it's funny.
That's
It's cool. I think it
It
can
looks
set
like-
trick room. It's kind of a. Let's
It
see.
does set trick room. It is fake out and trick room, which is nice.
Take out trick
Yeah,
room.
but
63
Trick
special
Room
attacks.
isn't
Not
useful.
terrible.
Trick Room
Yeah,
isn't
trick
useful
room's
on the
not
team.
useful.
Fake out support's nice. I think Cleffa for dealing was 1,000,000% the right call. Cleffa's not very good.
And Deerling at least adds something. Like it's actually
Yeah.
like offense.
Yeah. Wait, what was their D tier mon?
I think
Milcery.
Milcery?
Okay, that makes sense.
Mhm.
And Curlia for Sandile, I like that.
Yeah, it's like I'm on the.
I think this team is a little better now, but I don't know that it's that big of an improvement.
not-
What did
it
we have
didn't-
them at?
I think it should be plus like 1/3 of a thing. What do we have them at? Let's
Yeah.
see.
Like, I'm assuming we
have
had them at a
at
B minus.
B. We had them at. I feel like now it's a B.
Yeah, I feel like now it's a B because
I
like
think it's
Growlithe
just
Hisui
good
Morgrim is
off the
good, but I think it's still I think it would
It
have
has
been B
actual
minus.
mons you can bring now. I think is the thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
There's
think
a
it's still a B team, but definitely goes from low end of B to high end of B.
Yeah.
Totally. Agree. Well, guys, thanks for an awesome stream. Thanks for joining me. I had such a blast. I see Bopped gone. I don't know where. I forget. I think he said he
Oh.
had to go do something, but hopefully
Probably.
he comes back soon. Yeah, for the end of it, I guess this is we already did our here's the timestamp for the teams, but I guess it wasn't up to date. So now it's here's the timestamp for the teams. Thanks, Steven, for hanging out this whole time. I really appreciate it. Everybody,
Steven's a goated viewer, dude. That guy was here the whole
True.
time.
hell yeah.
He literally was.
Oh, I wasn't. in
Yeah,
here.
round
no,
of
he
applause
was
for-
the
for
second comment.
Steven. Second comment and potentially the last.
Do you know Steven, Luke?
Yeah, we're friends IRL.
Okay, that's what I thought, because he's talking
Nice.
like he was. I
Is he
respect
in
that.
the league?
No, he's not. He doesn't like VGC, he said.
So he's not
Yeah.
biased. He can give us real takes.
He said, what
Yeah,
can
I
I
respect
say?
that.
There you go. I love Steven. Great guy.
Thanks,
Great
Steve.
guy.
If that's
Yeah.
what you
And-
enjoyed being called.
All right, y'all
All right,
have
I'm
a
gonna
great
go-
night,
yeah.
everybody.
I'm gonna go play COD. It was a pleasure, gentlemen. I'm happy I
Agreed.
managed to do this today, because
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I had time tomorrow, but
Yeah,
definitely
that
time
was
tonight.
Yeah.
All right, see you guys.
See you
See
guys.
ya.
Have a good one,
That's
everybody.
extremely
Signing
fun.
off. Ending the
That was dope
stream.
as fuck.
Yep.
See you